Well, I
Down to fight hard.
Yeah, so basically where we left off was you guys finished the festivals and you had a kind of nighttime rendezvous with Rin where she read Dustus's fortune and gave you guys the lead about the strange lights at the Gauntlight. And then I'm presuming you guys, rested at the Rowdy Rockfish afterwards, and then you can either set out in the morning or you can wait until evening, nighttime of that next day. It's up to you.
I'd say taking a look during the day if we have time wouldn't cost us a thing. We can always stay in the vicinity until evening if we so choose.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a good idea, but I think it's vicinity. I mean, maybe you're right. It's fine. It's fine.
What did I say?
No, you're right. You said it correctly. You just put a lot of you put a lot of space between the syllables.
Yeah.
I could talk to the animals. It's kind of something I do.
As we talk about getting ready to go, probably actually right after we set foot outside of town, if that's the way we're going, I would start. I'd open up my backpack and start pulling out So previously, all that was on this guy's belt was a little hatchet. But he pulls out a hand crossbow and a light hammer and affixes them to his belt.
Okay.
So he has two kind of light throwing weapons and the smoking sword plus a hand crossbow. He's got a lot of weapons on him.
Here, Elderberry, check this out. And Cassim pulls out from under his doublet a mummified hand on a chain. What do you think of this?
That's where'd you get that hand?
I got it from Rin. She had many oddities in her store, but
she had a lot of
this
hands.
one caught my hand. It's the hand of a mage, nameless, but still intriguing. Would you like to see what I can do with it?
I mean, is it gonna hurt?
I summon a mage hand and gently slap Elderberry over the head.
Oh, how dare you! Those are fighting words where I'm come from. That's pretty impressive. Look what I got.
Could come in handy.
Oh,
Look over at Dustus and wink.
That's a good one.
That's good. That is good. I just bought some potions to heal you fuckers, but that's fine. Buy yourself a hand. Whatever.
I bought some healing potions as well. Calm yourself.
That's fine.
You know what they say, every once in a while, treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, treat yourself.
So you guys are setting out during the day then? Daytime hours?
That's probably a good idea to look around.
Alright. Where is... okay, let's stop this. Okay, alright, so I'm going to switch into a little cutscene here. So, your journey from Otari initially ascends sharply out of the cliffside cove and away from the humid salt breeze and the sounds of gulls. The very tip of the Gauntlight is just visible over the treetops. The air becomes drier and calmer as you make your way through the pine, fir, and beech trees that form the tail end of the Immenwood. The valuable hardwoods are found further to the east, so there are no saws or axes to break the quiet of your journey. You make your way for about half an hour before the ground descends, ever so slightly, and soon after the air turns humid once again. This time it is still and thick. Instead of gulls, there is the buzzing of mosquitoes and the croaking of frogs. Cypress trees plunge their knobbed roots into the swampy waters of the fog fen, and their branches are laced with moss and webs. Following the only clearly visible path of relatively solid ground, you eventually reach the ruins of Gauntlight Keep. It has all the makings of a place that has been abandoned in a swamp for hundreds of years. Crumbled stone walls, wood rotted to almost nothingness, and wild vegetation spread rampantly throughout. The lighthouse-shaped structure of the Gauntlight, though, rises from amidst the corpse of the building around it, as if it were built only recently. Its walls are a bony white, unmarred by damage and untouched by vines. From this angle, the top is difficult to see, but you think you can make out a reflection of some kind. So, we will activate the Gauntlight Ruins map.
Oh boy.
Activate.
Map.
Dustus will say, "Oh, fun fact. The reason you don't hear any saws or axes in this part is because most of the hardwood are in fact located to the east. That's where I'm from."
You have many interesting lumber facts, Dustus.
Well, if I didn't know wood, then what would I know?
There's a lot of puns happening
Tats.
tonight.
We're
I don't
gonna
know if I
need to-
like
That's
it.
one for Dustus as well.
Let's put a copper in the jar every time we hear a pun. Then
I
we'll
think that's a
buy the
great
crew
idea.
Something lovely.
I think they should start with a gold already, but that's fine. I think a copper's good.
Please, please, my humor is for the masses. I do not charge.
Kevin's gonna point to the closest tree and he's gonna say, Dustus, what kind of tree is this? And he's gonna shake the branch really hard.
He's going to look at it and says, "It's a living tree."
Son of a biscuit.
Oh, he's got you there, Kevin.
He really knows more than I knew.
To be honest, I actually do not know that much about trees. I know how to cut down trees. Oh,
Why
look,
would
we're
you? Why
here.
would you do that? Why would you cut down trees? That's so stupid. You could just
Society
grow them.
needs wood. In fact, the shield or the bow you have, of course, was crafted from a tree.
Well, that's because I didn't grow it, but it's fine. I'm looking for a squirrel.
It's harvested from an already dead tree.
That's right. It grew for its purpose.
It fell naturally, not by any creature.
Elderberry is literally looking for a squirrel, kind of on his knees as he's like having this conversation, going.
There's no squirrels around here, but you could find a frog.
I don't speak frog, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
And I make some like. They don't understand.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm no help here.
Do you have a speak with animals ability?
No, I can just talk to
Okay.
things that have a burrow speed, like a ground squirrel, or
Oh,
moles,
I
or
see.
prairie
Okay.
dogs. That's why I can talk to my badger.
Chris,
Yep.
would I be able to? I can't. Did I already roll a recall knowledge on this place?
I
Can't remember. I don't think I did.
don't remember. You guys did get some. You guys, or maybe I think you and Cassim, when you were talking to Rin, basically got some more kind of backstory out of her
Yeah.
about Belcora and her
Yes.
family.
Yes. She was hateful.
Yeah, her family was involved in a lot of unholy rituals.
Oh
Yes.
my!
And were either exiled or imprisoned or killed by the Absalom authorities, and that set her on her path of vengeance towards the city, and why she went to the Gauntlet in the first place.
Well, I expect when visiting haunted ruins, one would be prudent to take a little walk around the outside perimeter first to see what we're dealing with.
Kevin, isn't this like your area of expertise? You know, living and dying and not living.
Just the living and the dying part.
Oh,
Although births are included in there, and I've put in the suggestion box for Pharasma to take on marriages, but I haven't heard back on that yet.
Well, let us know. That might come in handy down the road.
A spiritual notary, if you will. She didn't find that funny. David.
Testing.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
am
off this way.
You guys
Can
should go move around.
Can I cast detect magic on the doors?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna cast it. Here we go. I cast it,
Okay.
and I place my 30-foot emanation.
Okay. Yeah, the doors do not appear to be magical.
There's nothing magic in that emanation.
No, there's nothing
Okay.
magic in that emanation. Oh, Abe, I'll say Elderberry can find like some kind of like swamp mouse or field mouse
Oh, yeah.
if you want as a burrowing creature.
Oh, I'd like to talk to that swap mouse.
Okay. What do you want to ask it?
Hey, buddy. I heard some crazy shit happens here at night. What's going on?
The mouse chirps and it says to you, there are a lot of dangerous creatures around here. Spiders and some kind of frog-like beast, and even some sort of larger, I don't know, reptile thing. Very dangerous.
When we're talking big, you mean like me size or like bigger?
Oh, even bigger than you.
So pretty big. What about things that walk on bones?
Bones?
Yeah, like they're dead.
I have not seen any bone creatures, but I don't venture into the ruins itself.
Oh, okay. They mostly come out at night, or is it just all the time?
What are you asking?
When you see these crazy spider, frog, beast, reptiles.
Oh, the most dangerous creatures I've seen lurk in the waters around here. I try to stay out of the water if I can.
Oh. Whoa, what's your name there, buddy?
Mousy.
Oh, must come from a long line of mousies. I met
Chris.
one of you before. I'm just gonna pull off some rations and I'm gonna give it to him. Like, hey, I appreciate it. Look after you and your own.
The mouse kind of like stuffs, sort of like a chipmunk, stuffs its cheeks full of food and runs off.
Meanwhile, all you guys heard was squeak, 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 squeak.
Hey guys. Apparently there's some spiders and some frog-like beasts and a big old reptile around these parts. Also, maybe pay attention to the water. They live in the water, maybe.
Justice was about to like just start stepping into the water and just like holds his foot above it for a moment and then starts crouching, and it will instead start trying to sneak around.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me. Let's do stealth. Yeah, do stealth as a blind GM roll.
So blind, so chipped.
Stealthing.
Okay. All right, you are stealthing.
So he turns around, and before proceeding, he's going to say, I'm just going to do a quick walk around to make sure, to see what we're dealing with here.
I mean, okay.
Oh, sorry, I just want to interject real quick. I'm eating bugles, and on the bugle bag, did you know that they received this most prestigious award?
Oh my god.
America's #1 figure hat.
Wow. I literally was going to ask you if you were eating them with you. Yep, eating them on your fingers. Jesus.
I just noticed that. Sorry.
One
Wow.
by one.
Wow.
Well, be careful.
Is this the start of water over here?
I'm going to check out this front door.
Yeah, this stuff is water. This is
I'm
kind of like
gonna-
a shoreline.
I'm gonna stand close to this shoreline.
Okay.
So, Chris, from what I'm seeing here, is the lighthouse itself like in this building, or is it in this building back here?
The lighthouse, from your guys' vantage point, appears to be straight north from the front doors.
Hmm.
So, like, from my vantage point off to the side, it's not
From
in
your,
this.
from your vantage point, it is slightly northwest of you,
Okay.
and it's
All right.
kind of in the back of near the back of the overall ruins.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna peek around this corner then.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is the lighthouse part of a ruins? A ruins.
Yeah, so you can see like the lighthouse is basically completely undamaged, in contrast to the ruins that are immediately adjacent to it. And it's the ruins are ruined. Crumbling stone, vines and moss creeping everywhere. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
like imagine like say like a fortress, and the lighthouse is like the keep. At the center, or in this case more the rear of the fortress, and the lighthouse is undamaged, whereas everything else is ruined.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Eh, ah, eh.
And I just let you keep going.
The door doesn't seem to be trapped, at least by no mechanical means. Or, I mean, magical means.
You want to search for traps?
I do.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Barnaby, I think this guy's gonna get us killed.
Oh, ja! There's a giant
Seems fine.
rock.
You do not detect any traps.
Kevin is also gonna look for traps.
Okay.
Good idea, Kevin.
Standing right beside you, I'm like,
Oh, there's two
doesn't
Kevins, I
seem
see.
quite right.
Multiple Kevins.
Actually, I think before I come
It's a
back,
doppelganger.
It's
Kill
on
that
the
one.
main page, Claire. Next, it's right
Found her.
above the initiative.
ooh,
Nice.
Oh, there it
Okay.
is.
Yeah, Kevin, you thoroughly inspect this door, and you are supremely confident that there are no traps.
Nice.
Okay. Yep. I thoroughly agree with you, Chasm. No traps.
I'm going to delete this extra Kevin.
Totally
Good.
trust you.
Bye, extra Kevin.
I'm sure you did. Shall we open the doors then, or shall we wait for the others?
Chris, I just wanted to get up to the water on this side and peek around.
Yep.
This is about as far as I'm going.
Okay.
What does it look like from this side?
So again, yeah, the structure you followed around, the walls seem to be relatively intact. The upper levels have kind of fallen apart, but the base level of that structure is relatively intact. You can see off to the northwest. Let me see. Yeah, you can see like basically a gap in the wall and some ruins over here. But you have not seen any creatures aside from like the mosquitoes and frogs and that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna do one like good stop and look perception check just to see if I'm noticing any critters or dangers nearby.
Okay.
I also want to roll a perception. I've been watching the water while he's been walking away.
Okay.
Walking away.
Guess I should secret.
Yeah,
Huh?
Justice, you
Spirit of
don't
the
notice
water.
anything. Elderberry, let me see.
I rolled a 15, which is like a natural 20.
Basically.
It's basically.
You kind of see, Elderberry, you kind of see some bubbles in the water over here, but otherwise, that's it.
Okay. Shh, this one ain't done. Okay. I'll keep an eye out.
Following around that side, it looks like the keep walls are broken in one place. There's another area of egress should we wish to enter that way. Around the backside of this small quarters here, he nods towards the door. This building is only about 20 feet deep, and on the other side, there's a bridge leading to the larger, proper building.
Well, I mean, we came all this way. I mean, should we knock? Is that the polite thing to do on ruins?
The door is most definitely not trapped. If we want
Kevin
to go
kicks
in
it.
front.
Are you sure?
Kevin,
I am
open the
certainly
doors.
sure.
Oh, Are they open?
Okay, so no.
Would
They
you?
were not locked.
I guess that's that.
I have my book in one hand and a light hammer in my other hand. By the way,
How do I do the torch thing again?
I was
So you
wondering
have-
that myself.
you have to from your equipment. You put it in your hands.
I did that.
And then on your action page, there should be a thing.
I wonder if you
Let's
can't
do
do
the
it for.
thing.
Oh, you know
At the
what? You
very
can't
top.
do it for your ever burning torch. You can do it for a regular torch though.
I thought I did it for my ever burning torch before.
You
though.
you
I think
didn't you
Everburning
right
Torch
click it on
is
yourself?
always active.
Maybe.
Was active.
Oh yeah, I'm just holding it now. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
How did you do it? I want to do it. Everyone
You
wants
just
to do
equip
it.
it. You equip it to a hand, and it automatically comes on you.
But I did that.
Comes
If
on.
you have too many things in your hand, it won't put it in
Probably.
your hand though.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
I've got too many things in my hand.
How many
Just
hands do you have?
for if you guys want to have weapons out and at the ready, make sure you equip them and have them in your hands and ready to go.
Thanks, GM.
I'm Kevin
Is my torch out? I can't
got
tell.
one torch and
Nope, that's not what I do.
a polished shield.
Okay.
His wolf shield.
I'm just running over here for a moment. I'm not actually over there. I
We'll
don't feel like my
find you.
torch is on.
A sling?
Sling. I'm gonna sling stuff.
What am I,
Alright.
a dog
Ow.
that's coming to me with sticks?
So as you guys look into now that the doors are open, as you guys look inside, swaths of mildew and mold cover the damp surfaces of this watchtower, appearing as green and black smears on the dull stone walls.
Ick.
The door frames in the walls to the north and south rotted long ago, while a few collapsed chairs lie on the floor amid small heaps of foul-smelling gray lumps. Thick sheets of dusty cobwebs hang from above, obscuring any view of the ceiling.
I suppose I should go first.
I'm calling it right
Places
now.
like
I hate
this
this
are-
place.
Rife with traps, intentional or not.
What?
I said old places like this are right with traps,
Look for traps.
intentional or not. Even decaying floors can trip you up.
Once more, he was about to like step foot into this place, and his foot's like a foot off of the ground. He's just staring at you.
I'm just saying, be careful.
You
All
want me
right.
to go
Pays
first?
To look around.
You don't happen to know something I don't know about this place in particular, do you?
Well, let's see. Does a 10 notice any traps?
A 10 does not notice any traps.
Seems fine to me.
All right, Barnaby, you keep him company. He's gonna move up a little bit.
After you, Elderberry.
Looks like a little
Okay.
guards quarters in here. Arrow slits in the wall.
I was gonna say that.
I'm gonna search around in the room, see if there's anything of interest.
Okay. As you guys kind of start filing into the room, some voices call out. You
Oh,
hear,
Do we
Hello?
recognize the language?
Do we speak
Uh,
gibberish?
yeah.
I speak jive.
So, what languages do you guys speak?
Druid, obviously.
Okay.
I speak Common and Necril.
Necro.
What the hell is Necrol?
It is the language of the undead.
Of
Gross.
course it is. Gnomish and
Erasmus saved
Sylvan.
you.
Where is that listed?
I also, if they have a burrow speed, I speak their language. Just throwing it out there.
Necro,
Where's
okay.
that listed again? Oh, I speak Common. I probably speak 2 other languages too because I
I
have a
speak
+2.
Just
in intelligence.
common.
And Elven.
Elven. Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, I would speak Elven as well,
Okay.
and Draconic.
We should
Elven.
learn Kobold.
Draconic. Okay. Let me see if Rachel has anything. Okay, Rachel's an elf, so I'm assuming she speaks Common and Elvish. Okay, yeah. So none of you recognize this language.
Guys, I don't know what they're saying.
Oh, you speak Sylvan also,
I do, yeah.
and Gnomish.
And Gnomish. Any of those?
Nope.
I still don't know what they're saying, guys.
It seems like
Oh.
somebody may already be here.
Barnaby, you are elderberry. Barnaby, what do you speak?
Scribbity.
I
I have
speak
no idea what
badger.
Badger sounds like.
I realized I should have had one extra one as well, so I actually speak halfling and common.
Oh.
Okay.
I figured there's probably halflings out in the forest.
It's not happening either.
Dan,
So,
did you
yeah,
pick your voices or whatever?
My
Did you say you
languages.
+2?
And some gibberish language.
I had Elvish and Draconic.
Oh, Parquet!
I would like to use a perception action to try to pinpoint where the voices are coming from.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea. You should do
Yeah.
Oh,
You
do
can,
that.
Would that be
Would
a
you like some
blind
aid?
roll?
that.
Should that be a blind roll?
Yeah. Why don't you make it a blind roll?
That's probably really good.
Oh, okay.
Natural 20.
All right.
Totally.
Yeah, Dustus, you notice 3 figures
Oh shit.
above the cobwebs. It kind of looks like they're using the cobwebs. You know, like in arenas, they have like the scaffolding and stuff that, camera guys or something might be up on. It looks like
Sure.
there's 3 small creatures that are using these cobwebs as like scaffolding, and they're kind of like shouting things down at you. Actually, I can show you a picture of them.
Ooh, that seems good.
There you go.
Look at those things.
Oh my god! Oh wait, I don't see them.
Moblins.
Might
Like
I
Stumpkin.
You can't say me.
make a lore roll to try to know what
Sure.
these creatures are?
Yeah, I can do a recall knowledge.
I am using esoteric lore, and since it involves identifying creatures, there's no penalty to it. So, all right, blind gem roll.
All right, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so you recognize these creatures as mitflits,
Mitflits. Jane knows all about mitflits.
which are a type of
It's
fae.
like Rumpelstiltskin.
Yep.
Oh, mid flips.
He says, "Fey creatures. They're at my 3 o'clock in the rafters."
I think it's closer to 8.
Says over his shoulder.
You hear more like giggling and gibberish language.
Why
And,
haven't they attacked us yet?
one of them kind of like throws down this this glob of stinky material.
Hey,
and
You
now!
say poop.
lands
They
at
just
your feet,
poop
Justice.
at us?
I haven't actually stared up in their direction yet, but I'm gonna put on my best mountain man voice, and I will try to throw an intimidation their way. I do not have intimidating glare, so I would have the penalty for them not knowing my language unless they know common, unless they understand common. But I'm gonna yell. You leave us down here, you leave us in peace. We're just passing through. This place is yours as soon as we're gone.
That was the nicest intimidation I've ever heard.
That's
more
some
in the voice.
southernly intimidation.
That's right.
That's intimidation below the Mason-Dixon line.
All right, roll your intimidate or demoralize.
So
Okay,
is this
cap,
with
fellas.
-4?
Yeah, they do not understand common.
Doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it.
I'm willing to let you live.
Sorry, yeah, they do understand?
They do not understand common. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you kind of shout at them, and they shriek in response. "Arr!" And then one of them actually starts running off. And then I think what we'll do is we're going to start initiative.
So it worked out well.
I
Oh
tried.
my god.
That's right. We're getting mit-flitted. Mit-fleet.
Oh my god.
Let's do this. Okay, there we go.
Click on my character. Let's see. Okay, there it is.
Green giant.
Toggle the visibility.
Oh shit! I forgot to roll.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Any chance I could roll intimidation for my initiative?
Sure, yeah, if you want to.
Hell yeah!
Intimidation.
That was like your most recent action. So
Oh, that was good.
What, it didn't keep? Did it keep?
You rolled like a 25. I saw it.
Where'd it go?
It was definitely a 25. You rolled a 19 plus whatever you had.
yeah, I don't see anything in the chat for
Weird. It's alright. I'll roll it again.
Oh, I don't think mine kept either.
Oh, because I didn't select my person, maybe?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I don't know if mine kept either. Oh no, mine did.
Oh. Derp.
Yeah, I
Derp
see.
derp.
Yeah, I see Dane and Claire.
There we go.
It doesn't have your
Those
guys'
high
character
initiatives.
names.
Okay, I'll roll it again. That was.
Uh-oh.
I'm
So
still
good.
not in there. What am I doing wrong? I rolled a 24 first.
Yeah, I'm seeing you guys rolling, but okay, it shows up in the encounter tracker, but it's not showing up in the chat.
Yeah, I don't see Elderberry in the combat tracker.
Okay.
I also don't.
Oh, I'm stupid. Hey guys, I belong to. I should be on the bottom because I've been rolling perception checks.
Nice.
I'm looking at everything.
All right. Okay, so this guy, he's the first. All right, so let's begin the encounter.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
beginning.
the first mid-flit to go, where is he? Which one is he? I need like a ping.
What's up with all these flies in this swamp?
Oh, I see them. Look at them.
He's got a move speed of 20. Okay, so he's actually going to run up. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. He's going to run across the cobwebs.
Whoa!
Here.
So he's like walking on cobwebs.
Yeah, they're like the cobwebs are all and they're above you guys, so the cobwebs are all on the ceiling. And then he disappears up through like a hole in the wall, in the ceiling, and then he's gonna run off here. We're there. Okay, so yeah, you see the one mid-foot kind of like scrambles up through a hole in the ceiling and disappears. Dustus, you're up.
So these ones are looking aggressive?
Yeah, they look a combination of angry and frightened.
Sure.
They are definitely demoralized by you, but
Nice.
they look angry that you didn't fall for their tricks.
So this one next to me, is he actually in melee range or is he high on the...
They're all like about 7 feet up, so not quite melee range.
No problem. I'm going to look up at the one above me, and I would like to, as I stare at it, as if a breeze is blowing, the pages of my book start flipping on their own. And I am going to attempt to exploit vulnerability on this creature.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh my god, Termitage!
Oh, good. Look at this ability.
Oh my god, guys. Read all of that.
Okay, there's nothing for me to click. I was hoping there would be buttons for me to click, but there are not. Okay, so I just roll my... I get to roll my esoteric lore.
Esoteric lore.
Roll. Come on, baby.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, you succeed.
All right, normal success.
So normal success is what you learn about its weakness.
Its worst weakness.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. The midflits do not have any specific weakness.
All right. But I can then make a personal antithesis to the one that I'm right next to.
Okay.
So recalling what I do about Mitflits, Justice's eyes go milky white as if he is a corpse. They lose like all colors in their pupils, and his face almost draws in as if even more gaunt. And his fingers move into grab from one of his pouches this torn piece of paper, which is a part of like a catechism book, a list of rules from some sort of temple. He is going to use this list of strict rules against this very chaotic fae as a personal antithesis.
You show him those rules.
Yeah.
And I will gain
Andy
bonus
found his
damage.
rule lawyer.
This time. Actually, this one has a lot of like improv in it because every time there's a personal antithesis, you have to you have bits and bobs on you, and you have to make up something that is the antithesis of whatever you're fighting.
Bits and bobs.
And then you get as part of the exploit vulnerability, since you succeeded, you get basically a free recall knowledge
Sweet.
on the midflit as well. So using the roll of 18, you can recall that midflits are known to be very quick and agile, meaning that they, in game terms, means that they have a high reflex save.
Gotcha. Look out, these ones are nimbly bimbly. And I would like to take an action. I'm not sure if they're hidden to the rest of the group, but I'll use my second action to... Actually, are they hidden at the moment? Would I know that?
No, yeah, they weren't particularly stealthing. They were just, you guys were not initially aware of them. But now that, now that they've kind of shouted, you pointed them out and they kind of shouted and were running around, you guys all know where they're at.
So then I am going to throw my hammer at the one that is my personal antithesis.
Okay.
And I'll whip my hammer at him. Hammer whip.
Watch him whip. Watch him nay.
Oh.
Shaboom.
Okay.
So, and this is personal antithesis is an extra 2 damage, I think.
I think it depends on your level, maybe?
2 plus half my level, so just 2.
Okay.
So it should be a plus 7 damage.
Or is it? It's 2 plus half your level?
Yeah, let me double check.
3 then, if that's the case. Plus 3. I think it was rounded down, but if you're level 2,
this causes your target creature and only the target creature to gain a weakness against your unarmed and weapon strikes equal to 2 plus half your level.
Okay, yeah, so it'd be plus 3 then.
Alright, so I did 14 damage.
Okay. Alright. So you tossed your hammer at this midflit, and your hammer hits it straight in the face, and you hear this sickening crunch noise, and it falls out of the cobwebs right on the ground next to you.
As my third action, I'd like to pick up my hammer.
Okay.
And I just flick it a little bit and look up at the one up above. The other side. It's my turn.
Assign status effects, dead.
Dead.
Oops.
Alright, so this midflit is up. So that is previous damage. Okay, so yeah, so you didn't actually hit this guy. Okay, so he's going to throw a dart at you, Dustus, since you just murdered his friend.
Why? Ooh!
He's gonna hit you
Got me good.
Hit you hard.
for 1 point of damage. And then how many darts does he have? Okay, yeah, he's gonna throw another dart.
Ooh, crit dart.
Oh, it's a crit.
Great card.
Ooh, crit dart.
Big damage, big damage. There you go. All right, so roll the double for that. You're gonna take a whopping 4 damage.
Ow.
D6 bad.
Ow!
And then he's
Badge on
going to
front of that?
scramble.
Prestige
His last
award.
action is going to scramble over here. So he's right below the hole in the ceiling, but he's not able to get up there just yet.
Sure.
Cassim, you're up.
All right. Hey, play again. I am going to target that guy, and I'm going to use. Let's do shield first. So, we're in a magical shield,
Okay.
and then and then I'm going to cast Ray of Frost. Yeah.
All right, that's a hit.
And then that hits. Damage.
All right, so you blast him with some frost, and he's got these little like icicle shards kind of hanging off him, and he looks pretty beat up by that, but still alive.
That's it for me.
Okay, Kevin, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move forward. Can I leap over my companions? Right?
You can walk through them freely because
I allow her through our
kind
space.
of like move out of your way.
I don't.
Move
I don't
out
allow
of
her
my
through.
way, peasants. No, Kevin.
You
Kevin
peasants.
thinks that. There's a wall in my way. Oh, because I closed the door. Here we go.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yep. So you see
Nice.
one injured midflit in the corner up here.
He's staying frosty.
And that would be 15, and I think I'm 30. I'm gonna go all the way. So is he's up above me, or is he on the ground level now?
Yeah, he's up above.
All right, I'm gonna cast Daze at him as a cantrip. Should I target?
Yeah, make sure. Yeah, target him. Actually, I don't know if you can. All right, I'll roll the will save because I don't know if you can make him. Critical failure. Okay. Roll your damage.
Whole 4.
Yeah.
Oh, big 4.
All right. So, so it deals mental damage. How do you want to kill him with mental damage?
Stupefy.
Just sheer fear. Is that
All right,
an
so
option?
you kind of wave your hands and cast this spell, and it hits the midflit, and it just starts like panicking and shaking, and then just like clutches its heart and falls over dead.
May your soul rest in the boneyard, little one.
Oh, that's terrifying.
All right, Elderberry, you're up. You don't see any midflits, but you did see one kind of escape to the roof.
What the hell?
Is there any places to like climb, or it looks like maybe there's a door in front of us?
Yeah, you could. You're small, right?
Oh, I'm real small.
Yeah, you could attempt to climb up to the kind of like that cobweb scaffolding, or yeah, there's doors in front of you, closed doors in front of you. There's open doors behind you.
So arrow
I'm-
slit.
That you
I'm-
can see. There's
I'm
a little
going-
crack in the wall.
To attempt to climb.
All right. Yeah, roll me an athletics check.
I don't want to. Athletics +3. Here we go. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to scramble up to the kind of like scaffolding level.
So am I like here?
Sure, yeah.
I
Do
want
that.
to try to follow that guy. I have a speed of 25. How far can I get?
All right,
Scramble
let's
boy.
see. Let's move 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. You said 25 move speed?
25 in total. Yeah, so as far as it would get me.
Let's just put you out here. Oh, you're not going to be able to. Okay. I'm trying to see when you can see. All right.
Huh?
So
I'm outside.
you're not actually there, but you're on the roof. But you can see this Mitfoot here kind of balancing on these vines that are snaking between the roof areas of the watchtower and the ruins proper. He looks like he's trying to make his escape across those vines.
Am I at the beginning of the vines?
No, you're actually about 15
Oh, I can
feet
just see him.
back.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
that's the
is
only way
just
I
so I
can.
can see him.
Yeah, just so you
I
can
got
see him.
it.
So I think you have one more action if you want to try to do something with your one more action.
One more action. Fuck. Fuckity fucks. That takes all my. So I would inform Barnaby to follow me for my last action. So he has 2 movements. So if I can, I'll try to make him climb as well.
Okay, yeah, roll an athletics for Barnaby.
I don't want to be left here all alone.
Come on, Barnaby, you were made for this.
Barnaby.
You're so swole. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Barnaby can fall. He'll basically be right next to you on the roof.
Cool. All right. Good turn. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Barnaby.
All right. So, Elderberry, you see it's the Midfoot's turn, and he scrambles.
Scramble boy.
Yeah,
Where you going?
he basically goes through where the vine attaches, and there's a small little gap in the wall of the building across from you. And he kind of scrambles through that little hole in the wall and disappears. And then Dustus, you're up.
As I saw that Elderberry went through the hole. Elderberry. Let's not get too separated now. Come on back.
Come on,
I'm
back.
gonna wipe.
Come on back, Dale.
Fey brains off of my hammer.
Ew.
And as an aside to Kevin, he says, "The pawns of the Fey courts are not to be trusted or trifled with. We'll deal with them as we can."
That's not fucking weird at all.
Like in that voice.
Did your voice just change?
Oh yeah, this is he turns to Kevin, and this is probably the first time Kevin sees like the milky white like zombie eyes.
So that's it for you, Dustus.
Yeah, I'll just hold my turn.
Yep. Cassim, do you want to do anything? Or are you?
I'm gonna look at Dustus with raised eyebrow and be like, "That was odd." I'll move up here. I'm gonna listen at the door.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me a perception check. Okay. Yeah, you can hear. You heard the sounds of Elderberry and Barnaby scrambling up to the roof. Elderberry, did you shout anything as you saw the Midfoot running away?
Oh yeah, I probably would have been like,
Hey, he's getting away on some vines.
Okay. Yeah. So you hear that from Elderberry. But otherwise, you don't hear any. Maybe you hear like kind of the Midfoot, like some exclamations as it's running away, but
I
otherwise.
hear a lot of scrambling, and Elderberry says he's getting away on vines. That'll be it for my turn.
Okay. Kevin, do you want to do anything? Justice just kind of looks at you with zombie
yeah.
eyes.
They're starting to fade.
Can I do an occult? Can I do an occult check for like an oddity on
Sure. Yeah.
Justice?
Can I make a WTF roll?
Yeah.
Damn hell.
Be like, Kevin is taken aback and he kind of shields himself behind his shield just a touch, and he goes, "Excuse me?" And then he's definitely going to like try to figure out if this is some kind of like occultic oddity.
Oh,
He's
Oh,
very
yeah.
shook.
Okay. Yeah, you can't recall anything specific about, non-undead having, these kind of like milky white eyes. Doesn't remind you of any specific condition or affliction or anything like that.
So there's a good chance he's undead.
So you're saying there's a chance?
All right. Elderberry, do you want to chase after the Mitflit or?
I would like to get out onto. I want to see if I can get to like here. Is that a possibility?
If you want, you're gonna have to jump down basically because you're on the roof of this little watchtower.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Shoot him with your bow.
Fuck. I'm really good with my bow.
At this point, you can't see
Sure.
him. He disappeared into the crack in the wall.
When I was like inside the roof, was there any other place I could have gone, or like I saw as I scrambled past?
No, there was just kind of like that little. There's about like a 3-foot gap between the cobwebs and the ceiling, and you kind of
Okay.
see like some detritus from the Mitflits, but nothing specific.
All right, I will crawl back, keeping an eye out for anything of use.
Okay. All right. I'm going to drag you back inside then. And as you're kind of like searching through the room, you do find a peridot bead in mixed in with some of the Mitflit detritus.
All right. Peridot bead.
So
I don't know what that is, but I want it.
into your inventory.
So I saw him go through a slit in the wall. I could have got him, but I don't want to be a hero, and I'm small. I did find this peridot bead though, and I put it in my pocket.
well, I'm just glad you're all right.
That's
Justice's eyes have returned to normal.
So, are we going to talk about what just happened there?
You mean how I climbed out that spider web? That was pretty
No.
cool.
Pretty dope.
Right? Is this accent, this whole thing that you do, is that just a charade?
I
You
don't
sure
have an
dropped it
accent.
quickly. I'm talking to Justice, Elderberry.
Oh, I just came back in. I didn't know what was happening. I'll just sit on the ground.
Wait,
here, Barnaby.
Elderberry, is your accent a charade?
Yes.
Cassim, is your accent a charade?
You got me.
This whole time.
Damn hell, you got me.
Oh, and you guys can get 40 XP for.
Fuck
the-
yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Hey, what are we at? Because I could be behind.
304.
We didn't get any experience from the carnival because the experience we gained was the friends that we met along the way.
Yeah,
So
the
are we at
carnival was- the
304?
carnival was some RP and some gold making opportunities.
304.
Or
Out
gold
the
losing opportunities.
Door.
Or gold losing opportunities for
I
some.
don't
Shut
know.
up, Andy.
Kevin's gonna buy an armor for Barnaby when he's ready. So I don't.
Yeah,
I feel like it was a win-win for everyone.
I'll
I agree.
steal all your monies, but I'll invest it back into the team.
That's good.
I would say Dust is
Responsible
probably
thing.
Dust is sort of like frowns and clenches his jaw a little bit, looking askance from Castleman and says, On my word. Doing nothing to deceive you.
All right then. I'm gonna look over at Kevin. What is Kevin's reaction still?
Kevin's still behind the shield, but he says, "What was the? Could you? What? One more time. What was the pawns of the Fae can't be trusted?"
That was quite a limerick.
Well, from what I recall, they're mischievous creatures and prone to making promises which they have no intention of keeping, except for the letter of the law. You see, they must obey their word, from my understanding of it. But they like to stretch the truth and stretch the word. Is that what you mean?
I'm just
No,
gonna
you
have it.
don't recall what you just said 30 seconds ago?
He thinks for a moment. It says, members of the Sealy Court are not to be trusted. Something like that.
Okay. Well,
I remember.
What the hell happened while I was gone?
you know what? It was probably nothing. Right, Kevin? Probably nothing.
Oh yeah, probably nothing. Kevin's definitely writing down notes
Let's just move on and
behind his shield.
hope for the best.
I mean, again,
Elderberry?
I don't want to overlook anything like how I climbed up that ladder really good, but you know,
Yes,
it's
you
fine.
quite the scramble boy, if I say so myself.
I mean, I don't know how anyone else remembers how I couldn't climb up a rope before, but it was good. But no, let's focus on the new guy. That's fine.
What happened to the last Mifflin?
Oh, he went through a we climbed over a little whoop 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 and through a little whoop whoop.
So he got away.
He got
Oh
away.
yeah. No, do you want me to go after him? I can get back up there.
No.
Probably.
No, but he's probably informed any of his mates that we have arrived, so we should be cautious.
Oh, like this? And I
would
open
like
the
to-
door.
After you.
I would like to search this room.
Okay, yep. So, Elderberry, you open the door leading out to the drawbridge area, and then Dustus, you search the room. So Elderberry already found this peridot bead. Aside from that, you find these lumps of gray material, which you can make a nature check, or you can try to do some esoteric lore.
Don't do either of those. It's just poop.
Elderberry, let me read the description for this
Oh
drawbridge.
no.
So, a wooden drawbridge. Its timber is gray with age and decay. It spans the 20-foot gap between the outbuilding and sprawling ruin on the island. Rusty iron chains hang from the ruin's northern wall to the drawbridge's southern side. The chains look ready to fall apart, giving the drawbridge's structural integrity an extra layer of dubiousness.
Dubious.
Okie
Uh,
dokie.
Step back.
Yeah, Dustus, using your esoteric knowledge, you kind of like flip through some of your mental notes and stuff, and you recognize this material as midfoot dung.
Ew.
I would like to collect some of that, as well as some of the. I'm gonna pick up a little twig and just smear it in some of the midfoot blood as well.
Okay, yeah.
Shove it
You
in
have,
pouches.
there's
Sorry.
also a chipped midfoot tooth contained in one of the dung piles.
Absolutely, I take that.
Yeah, so you got. Where are you storing this dung?
So he has all
My
these his
pockets.
esoterica pouches. He has just like all these pouches all over his armor.
Okay.
He
You,
probably maybe wraps it up in a little bit of like little packet of like paper or cloth or something.
Okay, yeah, so you're not putting like, smearing squishing some. All right, so you got a little packet of midfoot dung, a chipped midfoot tooth, and some midfoot blood.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
242, 242, 242.
Tuck all that stuff away.
Elderberry, are you crossing the bridge?
I would like to make a long jump.
Okay.
Elderberry, I can't help but notice that this bridge is a bit dubious. Are you sure
Yeah,
you
I
want
wouldn't.
to... Oh, okay.
I just like move back and then.
Oh
All right. Yeah. So if you want to do long jump, you need to.
Oh,
All right. So
God.
you can
DC
leap,
will do the athletics check. Oh no.
leap 10 feet horizontally for free, but that won't get you across. So yeah, you need to long jump. So that means you need to make an athletics check.
I also imagine that both Barnaby and I are doing this at the exact same time.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we do a little high five and then we run across. So athletics for both of us?
Athletics for both of you.
I feel like Barnaby should do the athletics
Mhm.
first. Oh God, help us.
And let's see, DC is equal to the total distance of feet you're attempting to move. So,
Oh, no.
Fuck. Okay, Barnaby, you're not doing it well. Okay.
Hero point.
yeah, don't forget your hero points. You have 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a hero point to make Barnaby roll again.
Okay.
Come on, you fucker. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the 2 of you, are simultaneously able to make you like run and then heave both of your arms up in the air and long jump, plant your feet on the far side onto the little like stone alcove. You're next to some doors, but you're on the other side of the drawbridge.
Oh my God, Barnaby, did you see that? The power of friendship got us across.
wow, you made that look easy.
It was really difficult. I'm gonna hold on. I wouldn't recommend walking on it though. It looks pretty unsturdy.
Hmm.
Kasim, from your vantage point, you're kind of at the drawbridge. When you kind of like poke your head out and look around, I'll give you. There's a little description for kind of the waterways around here. So,
Okay.
tangles of reeds grow in thick clusters around the edge of this muddy pond. The water appears murky with algae, and a half-decayed body of a 3-foot tall, scaly humanoid lies on the pool's northern bank, half
Ooh.
buried in mud and leaves.
Ugh.
So
Nope.
you kind of see in this little,
A friend of yours, Elderberry?
yeah, kind of this
I've
little
never met him
rocky
before.
outcropping. You see
It's a
a
joke.
half-decayed body.
More of a joke, but a joke nonetheless.
Oh. You want a rope? I have a rope.
Probably not a bad idea. Should wait for
Okay.
the others, though. What are you two doing back there? Collecting poop?
They wouldn't do that. That's crazy.
Absolutely bonkers.
I collect everything.
Oh, he's collecting poop.
I'm gonna attempt to toss my rope across the bridge. I probably should have left it and then jumped across.
I'll attempt to catch it.
All right, you're like, are you throwing the entire bundle, or are you just
No,
trying
no,
to
just
fit it?
Again.
I'm basically like I gave the end to Barnaby and then I'm throwing the rest.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need to make a check for that.
Yes,
You can
thank God.
throw the rest of the rope across.
I mean, it's fine if you want me to. My strength is amazing.
Barnaby's got one end of the rope in his teeth, and the rest of the bundle kind of lands at Kasim's feet.
This bridge looks a bit dubious. Any suggestions?
How about
Don't walk on it.
you can walk on it, and maybe we
Nope.
hold the rope at either end, and you just hold onto the rope in case the bridge starts to crumble.
I like your thinking.
We'll
All
hold
right.
onto the rope for you.
I'm going to give it a shot.
I'll
I'm
anchor it on this
nervous.
end.
I'm real nervous.
Is Barnaby holding the other end?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to shimmy across the bridge holding the rope, taut rope.
Okay.
In his
Yeah.
teeth.
So, Kasim, you start making your way across the bridge, and it kind of creaks a little bit, but it's holding up. Unfortunately, there's no space for you on the other side.
You mean
You
open
might
the?
as well. I mean, unless there's some kind of big nasty on the other end.
I open the door.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
Pretty-
move it a little
Wait,
bit.
Scooch in there a little bit. There we go.
Barnaby's not moving though. He's got it in his teeth. He's not moving.
All right. Should be good for the next person. A little creaking, but seems stable enough.
I'm getting nervous.
You want to go to the next there, Kevin?
No, after you. I'll hold the rope.
All right. As you wish.
As you wish.
It's still daylight right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I closed the door. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not too far away. It's like maybe, I don't know, maybe an hour, hour and a half of a, good hike to get from Otari to here. So, assuming you left, sometime in the morning, it's still daylight.
All right. Did I make it across okay?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, the drawbridge kind of creaks a little bit under your weight, but it manages to hold up.
You're doing great, Barnaby. I'm real proud of you, buddy. I'm just gonna be over here, though, okay?
All right, Kevin, you're the last one holding the other end of the rope.
Don't fuck it up, Kevin.
Kevin's gonna tie the rope around his waist.
Okay.
He's gonna look at Barnaby, and he's gonna give Barnaby one of these, like, "You got me. You got
Kind
me."
of like
Okay?
he kind of like
I'm going for
loops
it.
the rope and then like pulls it tight.
Gives it the trucker's hitch.
Barnaby is the real hero of this group, not Elderberry.
And I will move forward.
Okay.
Not the
Should
hero
I
we
roll an
deserved, but the
athletics
hero
as
we
well?
needed.
So
Okay.
nervous.
Nope. No need to make an athletics. You can make your way across the bridge.
All right.
Barnaby runs over and like does one of those like jumps in the lap and like purrs a little bit into Elderberry.
Oh, buddy, you did real good. I'm real proud of you, buddy. But give me the rope
You're a
now.
little big to do that.
Kev-
Drop it,
Kevin
drop
is
it.
still
Bad,
attached to
bad.
the rope, and Kevin feels himself just tug towards them.
I'm gonna put
Barnaby
the rope
think
back
you're
in my
playing
backpack.
the tug game.
Barnaby, not now. Maybe later.
All right. So, description of this room: piles of rotting timbers and loose stones line heaps throughout this large L-shaped hall. Clumps of moss and tangled vines spill down from gaps in the wooden ceiling above each pile of rubble. Several doors lead out to all sides, most barely clinging to their hinges and frames. Debris completely blocks a wooden stairwell that leads up to a large hole in the ceiling. Here and there, the stone walls bear the scars of fire or damage from an ancient battle.
Huh. This is much bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, same. But then again, there were some evil rites taking place here. I suppose there must have been a larger bit of a commune or a collective for people to have their foul rituals happen.
So that little dude that you talked about, I forget what you called him, but he's over here. So do we go that direction? And I pointed the door.
Or do we head straight for the tower?
You know, I just want to say this is the most fun I've ever had since I was a hermit.
That's
And
great, Delbury. It's really great.
I just thought you guys should know.
I'll walk over here and listen at the door.
Okay, yeah, roll me a perception check.
Doing it blind.
We'll never know.
That's right.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, you kind of hear some like shouting and arguing voices from the other side of that door.
Oh, shit.
Hear voices.
What are they saying?
Can I tell what they're saying?
No, sounds like kind of similar gibberish to what you've already heard.
I just look back at the group and see where everyone's at, what they want to do.
I'm right here.
All right then,
Let's do it.
I'll open that door.
Oh no.
Yeah, open the door. I think, yeah, you should be able to.
What is that? Oh God!
All
okay.
right. Almost the entire ceiling of this room has collapsed, while below the floor has crumbled into a 10-foot deep sinkhole filled with rubble, mud, and glistening patches of fungus. Evidence of ancient damage, burn scars, and acid scorch marks decorate the walls and much of the rubble. And then, Dustus, you see 4 midflits at the base of the
Fuck 'em up.
sinkhole, and they kind of appear to be like arguing and fighting with each other. You know, one of them has something in its hand, the other one's trying to grab it, and they're like tugging back and forth, and they don't seem to notice you right away.
I'm just gonna hunker down and start trying to stealth forward.
Okay.
How's
Roll
Hold
me a secret stealth check.
hold up 4? So everyone knows we got 4 up ahead. Love that.
Okay.
Do I-
are stealthing.
Can I see them too?
No, because they're kind of down below.
'Kay.
So you're gonna have to kind of get up to the doorway to have enough of an angle to see downward into where they're at.
Cool. I will follow. I will follow him unless someone else follows behind him. I will follow Dustus.
All right, so Dustus, you're moving into the room.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. As you approach the edge of the sinkhole, the midflits still do not seem to notice you.
Ooh, nice. I'm gonna sneak around the side here
Okay.
a little bit.
Elderberry and Cassim, are you guys gonna sneak into the room, or are you just walking in there?
Totes my goats. Because
feel like
if
I'm
he
gonna
said 4, I'm gonna try to stealth.
Extinguish my torch first.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm gonna figure out how to do that. But yes, stealth. My stealth's real good.
Yeah, you probably want to turn off those torches.
I'm gonna try stealth, yeah.
Yeah, roll me a secret stealth check.
Oh crap.
Secret stealth check, yeah.
Private GM, right?
Yeah, private GM roll. Or
Blind.
blind GM
You want
roll.
blind, otherwise you get to see it.
Yeah, private, you can see it. Yeah, blind GM roll.
All right.
Okay. Who's going? All right. Cassim, you're going in first. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say, as soon as I see all 4 of them, I'm gonna cast a spell on them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say you're gonna have to be like kind of in the doorway, and then you can see them.
Yeah.
What are you casting?
I'm gonna cast.
Fireball.
I cast fireball. I'm casting Horizon Thunder Sphere, but I think I have to spend 2 turns because I want to do the AoE effect.
Okay. All right. So if you want to do that, you can get 1 turn charged towards it.
Okay. I
And
will accept this.
as you kind of step into the doorway and you start channeling this spell, and as you do so, the midflits take notice of you, and we're going to roll initiative.
Son of a bitch.
So you're going to get 1 free turn towards your spell.
Cool.
There we go. All right, so go ahead and add yourselves to the combat tracker.
Oof.
Creatures. Okay. I'm gonna roll the right thing this time, Chris.
Oh, we're rolling initiative, sorry.
Bam, bam, bam.
We're all real excited to get darts thrown at us again.
My thing was
flung in our
blind.
direction.
My thing was blind. No.
One Direction.
Story of my life.
They're all going in different directions now.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So this midflit goes first. They're basically caught by surprise, so they don't have any weapons ready. So he's going to spend 1 action, and he looks up and sees you guys are, kind of surrounding the edge of the pit. So he's going to spend 1 action to pull out his darts.
Oh.
He's going to, let's see.
Surprise!
Let's just do roll a 1d8 or 1d6. Okay, Dustus, he's targeting you.
Sure.
There we go. He's gonna hit for whopping 1 damage. And he's gonna turn and throw another dart at Cassim.
Hey!
For another hit.
Yeah.
2 damage.
Stings.
Alright, Cassim, you're up.
All right. Let's give these guys a electric shot. Wait.
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 No, never mind. I don't have. Oh, what's this?
Oh shit.
Scatter screen.
Scatter.
So I place a 10-foot line. Oh, 10-foot line is visual. I might revise that. I revise it. I lied. And do that. How do I do that now? Wait, get rid of that. I don't want that. Wait, is it 10 feet line from me or anywhere within?
It says it has a range of 30 feet, and it says
Hell
you
yeah!
can jumble rocks in the area, so you can
Alright.
you can place it at range.
I'll do that here. And
I'm assuming when it says 10-foot line, that means it's probably 5 feet wide, so you'll be able to catch 2 out of the 4
okay.
in any direction. Okay.
Scatter screen.
Save. Do a save. Reflex save.
Okay.
Shit.
Oh,
Shit.
You're rolling so good.
Man.
That was for one of them. Here's for the other one. Regular success. All right, so roll
Balls.
your damage. He'll take half the damage.
That one takes half damage.
They're so nimbly bimbly.
The nimble bimble.
All right.
Aha! I do like that. And then I'm going to cast.
Ground is difficult terrain. Okay.
Yep. Then I'm going to cast shield. Myself.
Okay.
Shield.
Bling.
All right. I think that brings us to Elderberry. So you have one charge completed.
Okay. So I'm going to release it with 2 rounds. So if I'm reading this correctly, having scoured the internet, I still make an attack roll against one of them and do the normal, and then for the second round, I can do a 10-foot emanation to deal 2d6 to everyone else in a 10-foot radius.
Okay. Can you link the spell?
Cast.
If you spend 2 rounds, if you spend 3 actions casting a void, spend another 3 actions. Whether if you do after attacking the target, whether you hit or miss, the ball of lightning explodes. Okay, so yeah, so I think this all is going to happen on this turn.
Yeah, that's what I felt. That's what I understood it to be. So like,
Yeah.
I still attack a target, but then the second round, because I held it, it either hits or miss, and then it disperses to hit the rest of the targets.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Not a complicated spell at all. Totally fine. Okay, so I am targeting this guy,
Okay. Yep.
and then
Go ahead and target him, and then make a ranged spell attack.
So that would be this one. Spells half the range, deals.
I think you might be able to click the 2 either the 2 or the 3 action
Okay.
item.
Yeah, because I don't think either of them works. And then I do the attack.
Yeah, click the attack.
Okay. New spell. Who dis?
Oh.
Fuck you. Okay. And then I'm gonna target the rest of them, right? Whether you do
Yeah.
hit or miss, the ball of lightning explodes, dealing to all other creatures. So not the one I targeted, but these
Right.
guys.
Yeah, 10-foot emanation is going to hit all of them. So
How do
they're
I-
all going to make a reflex save.
Dane,
for-
how did you pick the targets you wanted? Dan, you're muted.
Are you putting down a cone or something?
I don't know.
You're
Is
just
that what I
asking.
should do? I've never done this before.
Should be like a.
Oh, unless it says in the actual spell. Sorry, is this a spell? Horizon
Oh,
Thundersphere.
I did it. I did it.
Oh,
There you go. You can
Okay.
select multiple with the target thing.
So, and then they take 2d6 damage, right?
okay. Yep. So I don't know if you can force them to make a save, but I can do it.
Oh.
Where's. All right, I can just do a reflex save. What's the.
Abe, what if you click select other variant?
What does that do? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
There we go.
Oh,
Flip it
round
to
2,
rounds. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
and then
Now it has the
Save
button click.
DC
Chris,
18.
click.
Basic reflex. Yep.
select at least one. I did select at least one token.
So now I think Chris can click the reflex saves.
Oh, maybe you have to do it?
I might have. Yeah, I might have to do it. All right. So he
Jeez.
succeeds, but he's going to take half.
So fast. So nimbly bimbly.
So nimbly bimbly.
Tried to warn you.
Tried to warn you.
Fail. Okay. He's gonna
Yeah.
take full damage.
Yeah.
This dude
Nice sphere.
also fails. He's going to take the full damage. And this dude. Reflex save. Also fails. Okay. So you did full damage to 3 of them and half
I like
damage to 1. This guy, actually, this Midflit, I don't know. I don't know why he's not automatically dead. He's at 0 hit points. So you actually zapped one of them. So this ball of electricity arcs down, and you kind of miss your primary target, but the secondary explosion hits all of them, and they're jolted by this electricity. And one of them just freezes up and falls over.
Oh,
Cracking
Got him.
wow!
That's my whole turn because that took 6 actions to do.
All right, this Midflit. So he's going to pull out his short sword with one action, and he's going to try to scramble up the cliff with another one. Let's do an acrobatics check. Guess 17. Okay, yeah, that's going to be enough. So he's just going to scramble up this cliff, and then he's going to try to stab you with the short sword.
Fucking do it.
Scramble boy.
So,
he did it.
so he's gonna take 1 point of electricity damage because I'm currently sparking with electricity
Okay.
What's that? Should, yeah.
for 1 full minute.
All right. So you're going to take a whopping 2 damage from his critical strike.
I grin at him. Oh wait, I have to do double, right? Double.
Yeah.
Fuck. Select at least 1 token. Double. Damn it.
And Kevin, you're up next.
What?
All right. Kevin's gonna step up right behind
Select at least 1 token.
Elderberry.
Okay.
And
Babe.
Double. Alright, I'm just gonna turn my hit points to 28.
I'm gonna throw my spear over Elderberry's head, like this guy.
Okay.
He's right in front of us. So ranged strike.
Hits.
Hits.
All right, roll your damage.
Damage. 5.
So that's enough. That's gonna kill this.
Yeah. Put a 5 on it.
I don't know why it's not auto killing them. It was with the beginner box. I'll just see if I can.
They're
figure it out.
undead. They're undead.
Anyway, yeah, your spear, you chuck your spear and it catches the Midflit right in the throat, and then it gurgles and collapses. And you
Got him.
gasp
Oh
blood.
no. Does he just fall dead right there?
Actually, I'll say with the momentum of your spear, he's gonna fall into the pit.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So like you
No,
did like,
no, that's so cool.
except for like not kicking him, you kind of like Sparta speared him into the pit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, Kevin.
You have one more
And
action.
then I'm gonna cast guidance on. This is just on one person, correct? On Elderberry, because he's close by.
Oh, I feel so guidanced.
Drag that effect, Elderberry. Drag it on you.
Drag and drop.
Both
Oh,
of
I'm
them.
gonna
Take
do
it!
that.
Take the guidance
I'm
of plasma!
Guidance and the immunity. Take the immunity too.
I love it.
And that's Kevin's turn.
All right. The next midfoot, seeing his buddy scrambled up the cliff and got a spear in his neck for his trouble. So he's gonna stay down there, pull
Yeah, you
out
better stay down there.
his dart, and he's gonna throw some darts at you, Elderberry, since you
Oh.
seem to be the most dangerous.
I'm not. I promise. You must understand.
There we go. Okay.
Goo. Goo.
Ooh, they're rolling good.
All right. 1 damage to you.
With an asterisk.
Damage. Fuck you. I selected a token.
And he's gonna throw another dart.
Damage.
Ow.
Hits again. Another.
26.
All right. Dust is through.
Justice will take his hammer that he has in hand and chuck it down at that guy.
Chuck it down.
The one closer to me.
Hammer
Okay.
Chuck it down.
Get down there.
Strike.
Oh, now you fucking work, you piece of shit.
Still in the first range increment.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. All right.
How many hero point? Yeah, I'm gonna hero point.
Okay.
Let's do it. Not great.
There's like a piece of rubble that's sticking up just where the midfoot is. It kind of dings off of the stone.
Second action, I will draw my hatchet. I think third action, I'm going to whip. No. Third action, I'm going to demoralize the one I didn't attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to make an intimidation roll on this. So this will be at a -4 because they don't speak the language.
Okay.
But I'm going to say to it, now your dog's hurt. You better stop that right now, or we're just going to keep killing you.
Nice, good one.
Very harsh.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good.
That's my turn.
Kind of sweet, actually.
Cool. It's like you were singing a lullaby.
The midfoot just kind of like spits on the ground at you.
Oh, that's rude.
All right, this midfoot. Did he? Oh yeah, he took a turn already. He has his darts in his hand. Actually, so he has one free hand. He's gonna pick up your hammer, and then he's going to. Let's see. He's gonna move over here, and then he's gonna try to climb the far wall. With an acrobatics. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he tries to scramble up the far wall, but he can't quite get a grip. And is still stuck at the bottom of the pit.
I do declare he's trying to run away with my hammer.
And that's going to be, that's 1, 2, 3, 3 actions for him. All right, Cassim, you're up.
All right. Shield goes away, and I'm going to cast. Let's do a little. We're gonna do a phase bolt. Phase bolt. But before I do that, I'm going to do.
Hmm.
So I attack twice and take a better roll.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Attack Chappelle. And I'm going to attack Chappelle.
Okay.
That better roll.
Who
I
are,
forgot to target him,
who are you
though.
targeting?
The guy this guy over here. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me. Shoot. I can't do it again. But did a 24 hit him?
Yeah. What are you attacking with?
Phase bolt.
Pichu,
Blam.
pichu.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
How do you want to finish him off?
Yeah.
Okay, so this like bolt of energy just kind of just stutters in and out in like a zigzag pattern toward him, and eventually it just kind of materializes like halfway through his chest, and he just kind of goes. Falls over.
Nice. He drops Dustus's hammer into the rubble. Okay. Is there anything else for you,
That's it.
Cassim? Okay, Elderberry, you're up.
I have a question.
Shoot.
So leap says jump horizontally 10 feet, which would put me, yeah. I would like to jump down and attack this guy here.
Okay. It's so this kind of pit is like 10 feet deep. So basically, if you fall more than 5 feet, you are going to take an amount of damage. So you are going to take some damage if you just jump straight into the pit. You can. There is something called grab an edge, which is, where is it? You make a reflex save to kind of grab onto it. So I'll say that's a reaction, but in this context, since you're doing it actively, I'll say it's an action. So you can leap for one action.
Okay.
You can, and then you can do a grab an edge for another action to basically prevent the falling damage, and then that'll put you right next to the midfoot, and you can attack for your third action or do something else.
What if for my second and third action I use gouging claws and turn my hands into claws, and I accept the damage that I will take?
Yeah, you can do that. You can accept the damage.
Sweet. I will cast you. All right, so I want to end up here.
Okay, yep, you can do that for free.
So on my way down before the damage takes place, I'm gonna try to hit him.
Okay.
I am not a melee class on this character.
So when you fall, so it says when you fall more than 5 feet, you take bludgeoning damage equal to half the distance you fell when you land. So you fell 5 feet, you take half the damage. Rounded down, you're going to take 2 bludgeoning.
I accept it. I already took it. Fucking took that shit, and then I gorged the shit out of him.
All right. You can roll your damage if you want. You don't have to. How do you want to finish him with this?
I'm gonna roll damage. So as I just okay, and I just go running off the side, and then as I like leash out a Wolverine style, my hands just extend into claws, and then I cut him in twain.
Nice.
And then I do a horrible superhero like landing, and then oh god, is echoed around the pit.
Right on your ass.
All right. Yeah, you cut this midfoot to ribbons.
You
Split ribbons.
you all right down there, Elderberry?
I think I hurt my knee. Send help.
All right, I can come help you.
Elderberry, that looked really cool.
That
Okay.
looked really cool.
Thank God. Don't tell
Hold on.
Barnaby.
Seems to be another door up here.
I'm
Oh,
in a pit.
Elderberry, while you're down there, do you mind collecting my hammer?
Okay, but I'm looking for other things too.
Yeah, can you toss me my spear too?
Oh my God.
Thank
Um,
you.
So that was a 10 to look around, and then Claire,
0 point.
this is me. Where the fuck is my athletics? This is me chucking your spear back at you.
Just
Alright.
run.
You know what? I will spend a hero point to reroll looking around the pit just in case.
Sure.
I'm
That
gonna
is my last hero point.
and I'm gonna sheathe my spear.
Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, Elderberry, you dig around. There's a lot of stones and wood fragments and things like that. You don't find any valuables. And yeah, aside from the midfoot corpses, which
Do I-
have a short sword and some darts on them, you don't find anything else.
Do I at least find his hammer?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
you can
thank God.
find Adustus's hammer.
There's some darts, but I'm just gonna get your hammer if that's okay.
All right.
Can anyone maybe help?
Kevin tosses him a rope.
Oh, nice.
I'm not actually going to climb it up. I'm just going to wait for you to lift me out.
Okay.
Let's
Pit's only
what's-
5 foot deep, isn't it?
It's 10 feet deep.
It was
I'm
10
probably
feet
strong
deep,
enough-
but I'm
probably
3
strong
feet
enough for
tall.
that.
This might as well be the giantest cliff I've ever seen. Whoa, whoa!
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, Kevin, you kind of like look around, position your feet what you think will give you like a good, nice, stable position, and you just kind of like one hand after the other pull Elderberry out of the pit. It looks easy.
Like I'm a fireman.
That's right.
Could have made it look a little challenging, but no. I really appreciate your efforts, Kevin. There's a lot of doors here. Did you guys notice all these doors?
It's also a rather large hole over here.
Yeah, there's a hole kind of leading to the outside of the exterior of the ruins.
Well, maybe that's the hole that I saw from the exterior.
I'm just going to kind of try to scramble boy up here. Ah! Oh!
Yeah, so Cassim, you probably saw some creatures hanging out there.
Yeah.
So it looks like it looks like there's more midfoots there, and there's what appears to be some giant maggot-like creature,
Oh,
and the midfoots appear to be trying to like communicate with the maggot creature, maybe like offering it some food or trying to give him some instructions or something.
I wonder if maggots have burrow speeds.
Oh man, I could talk to it.
Scramble back down and say, well, there seems to be a group of midfoots trying to talk to a bug.
What kind of a bug? I like bugs.
Hold on a second. Can I do a spot check or a point out check? Point out action?
What are you trying to do? You're trying to point them out to the rest of the party?
Yeah, just their general location.
Yeah. You can kind of like, so you guys will know. Yeah, the wall that Dustus and Barnaby and Elderberry are at, they're kind of like on the other side of that wall. If you want, you can try to make a recall knowledge to identify what they are.
I'll try.
Okay.
Do it.
Recall knowledge using...
So this will be nature, unless you have some other type of lore that you think might be relevant.
Yeah, I'll use
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know what the fuck that thing is.
No idea. Yeah. It's large and it's gross, and it seems to be oozing some sort of slime.
That's
Yeah.
basically how I describe it to you guys.
That's a lot of things in nature, my friend.
Right on the other side of that door. 3 Mifflets as well.
Should we try to
Alright.
talk to it?
You want to talk to the bug.
I'm just saying, all creatures are living. I mean, we could. It's fine. We can do it your way.
Those Mifflets were living, and we killed the hell out of them.
I'm gonna drink an elixir of life
Okay.
while we're
Do
just
you-
standing here.
you
Fuck
wanna-
yeah!
Do you
That
want
is
to pause and
exactly what I needed.
use your medicine?
Too late. I already drank it.
Bottoms up.
It was delicious. And then I break the bottle on the ground.
So, should we try to plan an ambush or something? You know, something cool?
You mean like I bust through this door and then
Well,
you
like,
guys
yeah.
do something?
Look,
I could
Kevin's got the
try
right
to-
idea. We kind
I
of
could-
flank them, you know?
I could try to go around this way, out through the main chamber.
Kevin makes a lot of like hand gestures. Like
I don't
That's the spirit.
understand jive.
How about this? I will. I have an idea. Hold on. I think, Justice, I think your idea is sound. Kevin, your idea is sound. We'll give you a signal on 3.
So just also FYI, I don't know if you guys may not know as players, but your characters would know. So kind of a lot of this stuff that's like rubble area, that's going to be considered difficult terrain, which basically costs 10 feet of movement speed to move 5 feet on the map.
Well,
We should have Kevin
pause.
scramble up there and get ready. Quietly.
okay. Yeah, I'll attempt to sneak up there.
Okay, yeah, roll a stealth as a blind GM roll.
Nope, never mind. Sorry.
It wasn't blind at all.
Wasn't blind.
It
Could've
was
been
You said
shiny
you
and
guys
blue.
did. Do you want me to re-roll it? I can re-roll it.
No, that's fine. Yeah, you can keep it.
I'm gonna get just to like here. Oh man.
That's good. Justice,
Yeah,
when
so
you get
kind of
around to the corner,
you see the Midflits are like alternately like talking to this giant bug-like creature, like waving their arms, and some of them are like making little motions and tossing some bits of food and stuff at this creature.
You give me a full minute.
I'll give you a full minute to get in position, and when Elderberry and I bust out of this door, that's the signal to attack.
You want me to bust out this door?
Really, next time we're back to town, we should get some kind of a signal whistle or something.
Yes, I can send
I can
a message,
whistle?
but it only works if I can see you. So once I can't see you, it doesn't really help us at all. But
No, this is forward planning. This is good. We're learning.
that's it. We're shaking out the rust. We're figuring out.
Uh,
Team.
Lord of the Rings horn or something.
Yeah,
Bullhorn cantrip.
stealthing and difficult terrain with my move speed of
Condor
25. I'm
falls
pretty sure I'm moving at
down.
quarter speed, so I'm only moving 5 feet around.
Okay. You said 1 minute, so that'll still get you 10 rounds, so you can move 10 squares then, I guess.
And I roll myself.
Okay.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
Okay.
And then I wait for 20 seconds.
Are you
All right.
ready, Barnaby?
So 1 minute has passed.
Send that badger through the door.
I give Barnaby the signal, which is, and he's gonna barge through the door.
Okay.
I am, however, gonna cast Protect Companion on him before he goes in.
Okay. You can pull that. You can cast that. That will occur pre-combat. And then let's do initiative.
Let's do initiative.
Let's do it, guys.
And then you guys can either roll your stealth or your perception as your initiative.
Fuck yeah,
Nice.
perception.
And I think your guidance is probably gone, right?
How dare you, Andy?
I don't know how long it lasts, but
How long does it last? I have guidance. Cast time.
I think it's only
Oh,
one
until
round.
your next turn. Yeah. So
Yeah, next turn.
I'll kill it. Mine is the.
Right click it.
Oh, it already said expired, so it's fine.
you
Who
know,
rolled a 20? Fucking mid flick.
Fuck.
All
So
right.
Barnaby would, I guess, be here when it busts through the door.
Yeah, so Barnaby's gonna be there, and then we'll start. So this midflit, again, he seems to be he doesn't notice you guys at first, and he's busy like he looks like he's kind of yelling at this giant bug creature, and kind of like swats it over the head, and like gives it some more arm signals. And then Kevin, you're up.
I'm going straight for it because I wasn't told not to attack, so I'm gonna draw my spear and I am going to go straight for the creepy bug creature.
Okay.
Oh.
Hero point. I'm
Yeah.
Hero point.
and I'd like to do it again.
Rewind.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
That's
I
better.
definitely did it like that the whole
All
time.
right. Roll that damage.
Yeah.
Maximum
Yeah.
damage. Okay. Yeah, your spear thugs into this bug creature with a sickening, squirt sound, like a squelching sound,
Ew.
and it rears up into the air and like makes this like piercing kind of screech noise. Anything else for you?
I'm going to.
I guess that's just one action, right? Yeah, you just threw your spear.
Yeah, well, I had to draw my spear,
Okay.
so I think I'll move, just kind of slide down the rubble,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
All right. So this Mitflit. Oh, he was dead. Okay. So this Mitflit now is aware of you guys, and he's going to like. Let's see. What do they got?
am I hidden from him since I'm behind the corner?
Yeah, he's not going to notice you.
Unless my stealth rolls suck. I don't know.
He's gonna spend one action like saying something to the bug creature and then pointing at Kevin, and then he's gonna spend another action pulling out his the darts have been doing work for him. He's gonna pull out his dart set, and then he's gonna spend his third action and throw a dart at Kevin.
Oh.
Ah!
And whiff.
No.
Whiff horribly. Okay, Elderberry, you're up.
First action, I'm gonna send Barnaby in, and he's gonna go. Wah, wah, wah. And Barnaby's gonna fucking bite this guy.
Bite him.
Jaws attack.
Oh.
All right, this is, so that's one action. And then for my other two actions, I'm gonna probably, I'm gonna move in. So one, and get over here, and then I am going to recast. Protect Companion again, so it's
Okay.
back up, and that is my turn.
All right. This Mitflit, he's going to. That's kind of unfortunate for him. Okay, yeah, he's going to spend one action pulling out his short sword. He's going to spend another action and move to the far side of Barnaby.
Don't you try to flank. Don't you do it.
Spend his third action and try to stab Barnaby.
Barnaby, no. Oh.
Just hits.
Oh.
Barnaby, no!
For minimum 1 damage.
They've
Nice.
been rolling so well in the D20s and such crap on their damage.
Which is,
Their
I'm fine with
damage
that.
is horrible anyway. They have a penalty to their damage.
A lot of
Justice, you're up.
enthusiasm. Poor execution.
All right. Well, first things first. I will. Well, actually, so I'm assuming if I'm hidden, then they are flat-footed to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But if I move, that would take away my hidden condition, so they're not flat-footed.
Yeah, because they're gonna see you as you approach.
Right. All right. So
Yeah,
if I want any bonus from that, I'm gonna have to
you're gonna have to sneak.
attack from where I am with range, probably.
Yeah, you can attack where you are.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an exploit vulnerability on the maggot.
Okay.
So this is roll my esoteric lore versus him. Shaboomy.
Oh.
Shaboomy.
Okay.
Do I learn any weaknesses?
Let's see. It does not have any weaknesses, but that is going to be, you'll succeed on your free recall knowledge, and you will know this is called a mud licker maggot, and they have an ability where if they can hit you, they can then grab onto you with their mandibles.
Gross.
All right.
Grabber.
I take a little packet as my personal antithesis. I'm going to take a little packet of little like maggot egg sacs and just smear them into my my hammer, and I'm going to chuck it at it.
All right.
Doing it with some extra damage.
Yeah,
So
flat-footed.
ooh, sweet.
Since you are hidden, so I'll put that on temporarily. Okay.
Come on, Lighthammer. I wanna be. Hero point.
Oh.
I'm doing it. Hero point.
Do it.
All right.
Oh, no, right click for hero points. Roll it.
Oh no.
And as my third action, I will draw my smoking sword.
Okay.
It's smoking.
That's me. But the personal antithesis stays until I exploit vulnerability on someone new.
Okay. All right. Cassim, you're up.
All right, I'm going to take my first action to move the door into the view.
Good action. Good action.
And then I'm going to use kinetic ram. So he makes a fortitude save as I gather some force energy and then go.
Hadouken.
That's cool.
All right. So he fails.
Okay, so on a failure, he's pushed 10 feet away from me.
It was a saving throw. Cool.
And then any damage or other effects?
No, not unless he critical fails.
Okay.
Just kind of a forceful push.
All right. So he's out of flanking range.
I think that's it for me.
Okay. All right. So the maggot is up. Let's see what he's. Okay. So the maggot looks around. It sees Barnaby and it sees Dustus. And Dustus tried to.
Oh, sorry. I used 2 actions for that. So the spell targets one creature within 30 feet. The distance the target is pushed, if it fails, is double. So he actually moved 20.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Throw that bitch against the wall.
Yeah, he's gonna hit the wall. All right. So
That's cool.
Super cool. Oh, I can do.
Oh, actually, he can't. Okay, he can't reach you. Yeah, he can't quite reach you, Dustus.
Oh, he's slow.
He's very slow. So it's gonna squelch, make like this like squelching movement as it kind of like undulates towards Barnaby.
Oh,
And it's
don't
gonna
undulate towards my badger. I don't like it.
Ooh.
Stop
Uh-huh.
it.
Oof.
So it's gonna hit. So it's gonna do damage.
Probably
Okay.
fine.
6 damage to Barnaby, and then it has a third action. It's going to so it does this automatically because it hit Barnaby, but it has to spend an action to do it. So it'll be its third action. It grabs Barnaby. So Barnaby is now grabbed.
I'm gonna use my life block reaction and reduce that by 5 hit points.
Okay.
I'm sorry, reduce it by 10 hit points. So Barnaby takes nothing,
Oh,
but
all right.
Elderberry is gonna take 5 hit points worth of damage.
Okay.
Bloop.
Life
And
block.
should drop his bloop, protect whatever.
Okay.
He's now immune. He's immune.
That's gonna be it for the maggot. This Mitflit.
What a delightful maggot.
What did he do last time? I think he drew. What did he do? Did he just throw darts? Yeah, I think he just threw darts. Okay. So he's gonna do that again. He's gonna try to hit you, Justice, with his darts.
Ooh,
It's a miss. Second time.
keep it.
Miss again. And then third action, he's gonna drop his darts and pull out his short sword.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna thank the cover for that one.
Kevin, you're up.
There you go, cover.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Gonna
Oh, it did a range
cast.
penalty. Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, it automatically does that. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Gonna cast Daze again on
Daze.
the bug, on the mud bug.
All right.
Good old mud bug.
He's gonna make a will save.
Yes.
Fail.
Nice.
Alright,
Failed. Take but if it's mental damage, I want to kind of project like insecurity, a level of self-doubt.
All right. So the maggot has Barnaby grabbed its mandibles, but internally it begins to question its purpose in life, its reason for existence. Anything else for you, Kevin?
Kevin's gonna move up this direction.
Okay.
Oh, I am right in the way. Sorry, Chasm. Didn't
That's
see
all
you.
right. That's all right. I just want to get out of the door, and that guy was standing at the door.
All right. So this Mitflit is up. I think he did pull out his short sword already. So he's going to approach this new threat, and he's going to step 5-foot step towards you, Kevin, and then try to swing at you.
Kevin.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh.
Not so nimbly bimbly now, are ya?
And miss
Ooh.
again. All right.
Amazing.
Elderberry.
I'm gonna use one action and make Barnaby use his move. So I want to attempt to escape. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So Barnaby needs to make an escape action, which is an athletic or a where is it? I think it's the athletics DC of a creature grabbing you. Attempt to check using an unarmed attack modifier. So I guess that'll just be whatever his attack modifier is.
So it's a +6 on my attack. So I'm just gonna use my.
So you roll that, and it'll be against his DC.
That's not good enough.
9's not going to do it.
Okay, so while I'm grappled, is that I don't want to be grappled.
what you give Barnaby 2 actions? Is that how it works?
I do, yeah.
So he can make another escape attempt, but it's going to take a -5 penalty because it's an attack action.
Fuck. All right, he's doing it.
Okay.
Come on. No!
Ugh.
All right. What happens on a crit fail?
I
Okay.
ain't got none.
Oh yeah. So he doesn't get free. He can't attempt to escape again until his next turn, which he's out of actions anyway. So.
Fuck. Okay, so that's Barnaby's turn.
Bards.
Elderberry did not bring a lot of attack abilities to this gunfight, so he's gonna walk up because his badger is being grappled, and then he's gonna do gouging claw again.
Leave him alone.
Okay.
Leave my badger alone, okay?
Oh, hero point. Hero point.
I have done one.
Oh no.
Oh, you used all of them.
I used them all. Yep.
Here's a Willy Billy.
Yep, I did. I
All
did, in
right.
fact. That's my turn. Fuck.
Yeah. Elderberry, you're panicking a little bit seeing Barnaby in this difficult situation. All right. This last mid-flit, he got shoved against the wall. All right. He definitely had his short sword pulled out. He's going to, let's see, 10 feet, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, he's going to go here. He's going to get into a flanking position against Kevin.
Uh-oh.
And that'll be one action, and then second action, attack.
Dear God, they've got me surrounded.
They
Ooh.
only hit you.
Third action, third action, next attack. Also,
Yes.
all right, their hot streak has come to an end. Justice, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to start moving out. Was it Control Shift to yeah?
Just hear Elderberry. Leave my badger alone.
Well, first I'm just going to move here.
Might not- I think you can't go. Oh, okay, it does let you.
I just wanted to see what we got here.
I am flanking the butthole worm.
Yeah. So I'm going to move 5.
Sorry,
That's actually
mid-liquor
10.
maggot.
Yeah, the maggot currently has Barnaby grabbed, and the mid-flits all have their short swords out, threatening people.
So I'm going to do like a mantling slide over that rubble. And that's my first action. Second action, I'm going to attack this maggot with my smoking sword.
All right, and you still have your thing on him.
Oh, thank God.
All right, so you're gonna get +3 to damage.
+3 to damage.
Shit, how do you get that?
They are my personal antithesis.
It's his class ability.
9 slashing and 1 fire. So 12 slashing and 1 fire.
Okay.
So 13.
All right. How do you want to finish off this maggot?
Yeah, I do like a little mantle over the rubble, and as it just slashes like straight through, and the thing just falls in two pieces. As my third action, I am going to do a little spinning chop over at the mid-flit to the north of me.
Okay.
North side.
Come on, hot roll.
Nice.
Hey, I'll take it.
Roll it up.
Minimum damage, 7 damage.
Still pretty badass.
That's pretty bad.
All right. Yeah, that mid-foot looks fucked up, but he's still up.
I said, I forgot to warn you. The grub can grab with its mandibles.
The grab.
I feel like that's too. You know what? No, thank you. I appreciate it. He's dead now.
I'm done with my turn.
All right, Cassim, you're up.
All right. First action. To here. And then I'm going to use my bloodline ability. And I'm going to cast Dragon Claws on
No,
this
nice.
Wow.
So
Focus
I got
spell.
Dragon Claws, and I'm gonna attack this Mitflit with a unarmed attack.
Okay.
Strike him! Strike! I'm gonna use a hero point.
All right.
Make it rain.
Strike! Oh, baby!
Oh, there we go.
That's a one. That's a
All
one
right.
right there.
Roll it
And roll the damage with some acid.
All right. How do you critically kill this midfoot?
Okay, so I come up and I hold my hands in front of my face, and they just kind of there's a bright copper scale that just kind of crawls up my arms, and these sharp claws come at the very end, and I just like uppercut the dude, and he goes flying, and there's like droplets of acid that come flying off his body, and as I do that, Kevin's skin slowly starts to shimmer, and copper dragon scales appear on Kevin's skin, and he gets a AC bonus, a +1 AC bonus the next round.
That's
Nice.
dope.
Ooh,
Because that's my bloodline effect.
thank
And I
you.
say, don't be
Cool.
alarmed. This happens sometimes.
All right. Nice.
Can I put that
It's
on
itchy.
you? Let's see here.
Anything
Yeah,
else
here
for
we go.
you, Cassim?
What's that? That's it.
Any other actions for you? Okay.
That's it.
All right. So this midfoot.
You get a +1 status bonus to your AC.
Woohoo.
Don't know
He's
where
gonna
you put
try to
that.
stab at you, Dustus.
Huh?
Get revenge.
Don't do it. You're going to die.
Oh,
God,
Claire,
just got me.
Claire, if you go under your character sheet and then where it says armor class, click that modifiers button. You can
Clickety
add
click.
you can add a circumstance bonus under type,
Oh,
and then you
Yep.
can add a +1.
So Dustus, you're actually gonna take 3 damage, not 1.
Oh,
As these midflits have an ability that lets them deal extra damage to something that damaged it in a previous round.
I did do that.
You did do that, so yep. Deduct an extra 2 hit points from your pool.
All right.
So that was one action. Second action, he's going to try to swing at you again. He has vengeful anger towards you. Dustus.
Oh.
Got me.
So again, 3 damage total.
Take that.
Okay. I'm almost bloodied.
Then its third action, it's going to try to disengage and run back here.
I'm
Where are you going? Where are you going?
Kevin, you're up.
All right. I would like to disarm this midflit above us.
Okay.
So that's an unarmed strike. Or what would I roll for?
It's athletics versus.
Yeah, athletics against target's reflex DC. Oh, do you have one hand free? It says you need to have at least one hand free.
Yeah, because I am. I guess I should have done that. No longer holding my spear.
Okay. All right. Yeah, make a athletics check.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you succeed.
Where your arms at?
Disarm.
Okay.
That's kind of lame. It says, for critical success, you weaken your target's grasp on the item until the start of that creature's next turn. Attempts to disarm the target of that item gain a bonus. And the target takes a penalty to its attack roll. Okay. So you don't actually knock the sword out of its hand, but it's going to have a penalty to attack. And if you or anybody else attempts to disarm it again, you'll get a bonus.
Okay. So I want to kind of stun him by smacking him with my shield.
Okay.
Shield
I think Shield Bash is an action.
Is there?
Shield Bash. Okay. It's not actually a weapon, but a maneuver. Okay.
You can attack with the shield.
Yeah, I guess you're just gonna make an attack roll, and then I think the damage might be based on the shield itself. Well, it says damage 1d4 for shield
1d4
bash.
shield.
Okay, so it must be 1d4 is the default unless the shield says otherwise. So yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
All right, nice. And roll 1d4, and that's gonna be the damage.
No.
Nice.
Maximum damage.
Maximum damage.
All right. So yeah, you with your free hand, you kind of smack its hand holding the sword, and it kind of its grip loosens, and then as it's like looking down at its sword hand, you kind of smash it in the face with your shield and breaks its nose.
Nice.
Anything else for you?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to grapple it.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're gonna have let's see, shield bash. Okay, so shield bash will be an attack, and then I think disarm is an attack. So you're gonna have, disarm is an attack action. So you're gonna have for the multi-attack penalty, you're gonna have a -10 to your grapple.
-10.
Yep.
You got
So is
this.
that just like an unarmed attack?
You need a free hand. You need an athletics check. So roll me an athletics, and then this will take a -10 penalty.
What?
All right.
Voice.
So
Yeah.
11.
You've got it grabbed. Grabbed at your free hand.
Does she have it restrained? Would it bump up to a critical since it was a 20?
Let's see. So yeah, it's going to be a regular success, and then it'll bump up because of natural 20. It'll bump up to crit success. So yeah, it's going to be restrained as well.
Hell yeah.
That's my turn. One to there.
That's a good turn. Shit.
Good turn.
All right. Yeah, you got this midfoot locked the fuck down. Okay. All right, that's this midfoot's turn. So all it can do is attempt to escape. So
Attempt is
that's
right.
going to be an unarmed attack. There's no way that's gonna be its unarmed attack. Let's try this. So that's gonna be against your athletics DC. So what's your athletics skill at? What's your bonus?
+1.
Okay, so it's gonna be a DC of 11 then. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Okay. So it's not gonna actually be that high, so that's not gonna succeed.
Nice.
Second action.
Yeah, keep rolling those fours. Oh.
Okay, that's gonna do it. So its third wriggling attempt gets it free from your grasp.
Bastard.
And it is now free, but it has no actions left.
Dang it. It's slippery.
Okay, Elderberry, you're up.
I've got it, guys. And I'm gonna go. Shit, that's 2 actions. Fuckity fucks. All right, so first action, I'm gonna roll up here, And the rest of my actions, I'm gonna try to attack it.
Okay.
You fucker. Oh, shit. That's
Hit.
good.
A fine hit.
Damage. Fuck yeah.
Gouging claw, nice. Okay. All right, so yeah, you as the midfoot kind of just wriggles free from Kevin, it doesn't notice you creeping up behind it, and then you just rake it across its back with your gouging claws, and it collapses in a spurt of blood as its skin is opened up completely on its back.
Haha, Kevin, we got it. We did it. Oh, that one's still running.
All right, Dustus, you're up.
Cool.
Left.
And how hurt does this one look?
Very hurt.
All right.
Looks like a stiff breeze might knock it over.
Sure. I'm going to drop my sword and pull out my hand crossbow.
Okay.
And I'll take a moment to roll my esoteric knowledge against this guy for my second action.
Oh no.
That's fine.
Fail.
Critical failure things happen. Let me see.
Yeah.
Esoteric things.
You rolled a 1.
Critical failure is. Let me get to it. Sorry, where's my actions? There it is. Critical failure. You couldn't remember the right object to use and become distracted while you rummage through your esoterica. You become flat-footed until the beginning of your next turn. Where the devil did I put my... I know I have cold iron on here somewhere. He just starts trying to poking through all of his little pouches. I don't lose my third action, do I?
No, yeah. You're just.
So
I do declare.
I do declare. I can't remember where I put my midfoot dung. I was going to use that as my esoterica for this round, but
Of course.
I'm going to try to strike it with my hand crossbow.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're kind of fumbling around with your looking for your esoterica, but you kind of give up on it and pull up your crossbow, take a quick aim, and shoot this midfoot. Goes straight through the heart, into its heart, through its back as it's fleeing, and it just collapses in a heap. And silence falls upon the battlefield.
Such violence in this place. And to think, what would it be like if we came here after dark? Perhaps even worse.
I'm gonna go ahead and heal myself. Hold on.
Yeah, I could use a little bit of bandages myself. I'm gonna.
Success.
I fucking healed someone.
Treat those wounds.
Treat those wounds. I would like to. Can I retrieve my crossbow bolt from this guy,
Sure.
or is it useless now?
No, you can retrieve it.
Useless.
Is anyone else hurt? I could, treat some wounds. Pretty good at it.
Be mighty obliged.
I mean, it's gonna be great. Here you go.
Did I fucking do it again? I did it again.
I mean, of course I did. Look how good at healing I am.
Well done, Elderberry.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
How does it feel to succeed at healing?
I'm gonna try it again because I'm gonna heal Barnaby, and I'll tell you when I succeed 3 times in a row. Fuck yeah! I don't even need that healing, but I'm gonna take it.
So I'm healing.
That's 3 in a row.
Do I have this one yet? I don't think I can make it quite yet.
Still got dragon claws for another 9 rounds.
You're just punching the
Yeah, dragon claws are
Methods?
definitely gonna fade if you guys are, because it'll takes 10 minutes for each healing check.
just punch everything.
So yeah, silence kind of falls upon this battlefield, and you see the corpses of the 3 Mitflits and the maggot amidst all of this rubble and ruin.
Yeah.
You guys, if anybody wants to, you can make a recall knowledge with some sort of magic associated skill.
Arcane.
I'll
Yeah.
do that.
Arcane would be
Do it.
good. Occultism would work.
Occultism.
Sure.
Occultism.
That's my specialty. It's not my specialty.
All right. Yeah. Elderberry and Cassim, you both can recognize that there's a lot of like burn marks, scorch marks, and acid damage amidst, the just general rubble, indicating that there was some pretty powerful magical destructive spells that were cast in this chamber long ago. Possibly knowing the kind of the history of this place, that this could be the area where the Rose Guard confronted Belcora and had their showdown.
Seems like we're standing on history.
Pretty powerful magic stuff happened right here. And also over there. And over there. Oh, and over here, guys, look! I go running and I point at the corner.
Chris, can I rifle through the dead corpse of this Miplet in front of me?
Yeah, you should be able to double click on their corpses and see what they have in their inventory.
Whoa.
Negative.
No?
Negative.
Okay. I guess because I switched from beginner box over to here, so I may have
I
to
got
change.
really excited about that, Chris. It's fine.
So the
I keep clicking on
Mitflits have a short sword and 10 darts. And the maggot has nothing.
Right.
It's
There's a
giant
fucking maggot, people. Come on.
I'll take 10 darts.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and drag the darts into your inventory. You have 10 darts.
Oh, I have to throw them at people? That's not going to happen.
Yeah, you
so
go ahead. Take all the darts you want.
The Mitflits have pretty low strength, so they take a penalty to throwing weapons as well as their swords, their melee weapons.
What are you doing there, Cassim?
Sorry, I tend to pace when I'm nervous.
There's no reason to be nervous. It's not dark.
While Elderberry is healing himself and Barnaby for those 20 minutes, I think I was just going to idly sort of sift around through the rubble here to see if there was anything worth.
Sure. Yeah, make a perception check.
Join me, Cassim.
Might as well.
You guys both can roll perception checks.
Roly.
You got a hero point left there, Cassim?
I do. I will use my hero. What the heck?
Just
What
give me
else
that
am I
hour,
using it for?
the witching hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Hero point for Fat Loots.
Nope.
You guys aren't even trying.
You got 10.
Yeah. You guys basically, uncover a lot of stones and ash and some more Mitflit dung and some other stuff that might be maggot dung. Very, very interesting items. But no valuables, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I'm actually doing pretty okay on health now.
Yeah, Barnaby
Still
and I
good.
are fine.
I got half my spells left too. first level spells, that is.
Did we happen to get any experience from killing that maggot?
Oh, yep. You guys get 60 XP for
Fuck
defeating.
yeah.
And what about for the last group of 4?
Oh yeah, that group of 4 is also 60 XP.
Oh yeah.
Just cruising right through this level.
424? Does that
Yep.
seem right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Chris, I also have attached my owlbear claw to my throwing hammer
Okay.
and a potency crystal to my smoking sword.
Okay.
I have the talisman dabbler feat. I haven't used them yet, but
Yep.
All right. What do those do?
owlbear claw, I get a reaction. No, it's just a free action. If I critically hit, I can activate it to trigger the weapon's critical specialization effect.
That's cool.
And then it's consumed.
Okay.
Potency crystal, I can free action to make the weapon become a +1 striking weapon for the rest of the turn. +1 bonus to attack rolls and increasing the damage on a hit to 2 weapon damage dice.
Oh, nice. All right.
I had that one keyed up to give to Rachel for her star knife, but she's not playing tonight, so I have it. But I think every weapon is allowed to have 1 talisman attached, maybe.
That I don't know, but that sounds like it
Yes.
would make sense.
They become inactive if you have more than 1 attached.
Barnaby would like to listen to this small little door.
Up here. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Make a perception check.
I want to listen. 13, that's pretty high.
It seems quiet. You don't notice any sounds coming from it.
Cassim, there's no sounds on the outside of this door. Should we just maybe open it?
Seems to have worked out so far.
What about this? What about this room? We left a room. There's a whole room down here.
There's a whole room down there?
You guys got a lot of rooms. Yeah.
Oh my god. Should we? I don't. There's somebody.
So many doors.
I want to know what's behind
Do
this.
you want to go to that door? You want to check it out?
Barnaby, Elderberry wouldn't even think to. I clicked it. It's too late. I clicked it.
What if
Open the
we
door.
all took a different door?
Ooh,
Yeah, split it up.
Split the party.
Gang, split up.
What's the worst that could happen?
What is the worst?
All right, so Elderberry, as you open that door, you look into that room, you see that the ceiling has collapsed in the southwest corner of this room. The walls bear several shelves, but the books and papers once kept here have rotted to ruin long ago due to exposure to the elements,
No.
as have the wooden desk and chair in an alcove to the northeast.
I relay that and I go,
Guys, it's pretty quiet in there. I mean, we can come back and look at it, or we can do it now. I mean, what do you want to do?
Well, one way or another, I expect we're going to look at every single room of this place. Let's go wherever your heart tells you to go, Elderberry.
I want to know what's in that desk.
and I
Let's
go,
go in this room.
charging into the room.
This room it is.
All right.
Listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart.
You're searching the room, Elderberry?
Yeah, I am searching the room.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check then.
Come on, Elderberry.
Ooh, Elderberry.
Fuck my life.
Guys, there's
All
a
right.
desk in the corner.
Uh,
We can see it. Right
Look
there.
at it. It's right
So-
there.
Elderberry, you kind of glance around the room, but you are laser focused on this desk for some reason. And
I think it's
despite-
maple.
Despite your roll, you do automatically discover the contents of the desk.
Fuck yeah.
Guys, I don't want to alarm anyone, but there's some unusual liquid in here.
How unusual.
Well, it's unclear.
Is it flammable?
Is it clear?
No, it's the opposite of clear. It's just unclear.
Opaque?
Well,
I take all of the liquids.
Okay.
Elderberry, you're gonna become encumbered.
No, I think I have enough room in my backpack for enough liquids.
I could try to take a look at that. I still remember a little bit of my crafting knowledge from yesterday.
There's nothing else in this room. I've already looked.
Why don't I take a look?
I mean, if you want to waste your time, I mean, it's fine.
Might be worth a look by all of us.
I did a blind roll. I did a blind.
Check.
That perfectly average.
Yeah, besides the desk, you guys don't discover anything else in this room. Most of the oh, check that.
Check that.
Cassim and Dustus, you guys are kind of like searching through these cobwebs and rotten shelves, trying to find anything that might be, useful, and it's all long disintegrated. Besides the contents of the desk. Kevin, seeing that most of the room is occupied with everybody else, you're kind of like checking the walls, just kind of like idly scanning, and you notice this an odd shelf located against the east wall, and as you kind of place your hand on it, the shelf actually turns. And
Secret room, secret room, secret room.
And a secret door opens
Some bitch.
on the east side, and there's a staircase leading downward.
We have to go there.
I think whenever Kevin finds something in a room that clearly Cassim and I searched really thoroughly, I think Dustus is gonna exchange a look with Cassim and then look back towards like the big chamber.
This guy, I'll tell you what.
I mean, obviously that passage was, apparent, but this desk, the mahogany, look at the inlays. It's beautiful.
Well, Kevin, you have quite a knack for searching. Cassim and I gave a once over to the room outside. I don't know if you also want to take a look before we get
Yes, your natural clairvoyancy and yada yada yada.
It's the things that I see with these elven eyes, and I gaze over to Kestra. Elves. Unity.
I just
yeah,
picture
I can
her
take a
like
look in the other
stabbing
room.
the wall.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me another. You can roll me another perception check, Kevin.
I believe in you. Oh.
These elven eyes.
Do you hero point left?
These eyes. I do. I
You
do. I
look
can
really
use,
hard.
you know,
You got
yeah,
it.
you know what?
Use
Yep,
your hero point.
hero point.
Okay, 18's pretty good though.
These elven eyes are crying. These eyes are seen love.
All right, Kevin, you're kind of searching through this large rubble. There's so much area to cover.
So much.
And you feel like based on the architecture and layout of the room and where the doors are located, that there might be something that you're missing, but you can't find it. So in game terms, I will say that you guys, if you want to attempt to search the room again, you're going to have to wait a certain amount of time before you can attempt to research the room. But you have a suspicion that there might be something that you've missed.
Well, I'm sure there's more than meets the eye out there, but I wasn't able to truly see anything. I think we would have to take some serious time to inspect it, which we may or may not have at this juncture.
That makes sense to me. It's a large room, a lot of dung out there.
A lot of yeah. I would have said there were a lot of like nooks and crannies, but his own measurement.
Nooks and crannies.
We will measure our lives in dung, really.
I had to
What is
find my
done
badge.
for a man's life?
Should
Are
we
you
go
saying?
down this?
Are you saying we
street
measure our
tunnel?
lives in how many shits we take? That might be the most profound thing I've heard.
Yeah,
Chris,
where are you going next?
I just want to know the passage that Claire found. Does it
Mhm.
seem like it's been used recently?
All right.
I mean,
give me
if
one
I gotta
moment.
roll like I don't know an
Roll your knowledge
investigation
of
or
things that
something.
have been used recently.
All right. Give
Toothbrush.
me one moment.
Now,
Knife.
I don't even know what to put that under.
Oh, is it down here? I'm consulting my reference.
Survival.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a survival check. Here it is. Okay.
nice.
Nice.
Fine. Okay, that's pretty good. No, it looks like this staircase has not been used in some time. There's a fresh layer of dust all over and has not been recently disturbed.
Guys, I don't think anyone's been down there for quite some time. Even these new inhabitants of the worm thing, I don't think that anyone's been down there.
Now, I'm very curious to see what's down here, but I also am not keen to leave any enemies behind us. Should we need to make a hasty escape, I don't want to be fighting things on my way up.
You know, I agree with that, but what's down these stairs?
Perhaps we should make sure we deal with literally every room we've been in has had these fey creatures. Perhaps we should deal with some more of the.
But what's
Justice,
down
I
these
get the
stairs?
feeling that Elderberry hasn't heard a word you've said.
Wait,
Elderberry,
what?
Are you going down the stairs?
No, wait.
All right.
I'm just saying, what's down these stairs?
Do we think that mud bug creature would have emitted a blue light?
I mean, if he has a bioluminescence, then yes.
You could make a recall knowledge nature check and try to see what you can remember about these maggot creatures.
I want to do that. Do I just roll
Yeah.
nature? Is that what I do?
Yeah, just roll a nature check.
I'm good at nature. I am real good at nature
all right.
today.
Oh, I'm okay at nature.
Roll it. Roll it. I thought you were gonna get a 22.
Not as good.
All right, yeah, Kevin, you can't recall too much about these maggots. Elderberry, you remember a lot about the maggots. They definitely do not have any sort of bioluminescence. As you've seen, and as Dustus mentioned, what they can do is they'll grab creatures with their mandibles, and then they'll basically gnaw on them and attempt to eat them alive.
Oh, gross.
And you also know that if a maggot gets injured, it can vomit up a recent meal and attempt to, as like a defense mechanism.
Why are you telling us all this? What's it have to do with
I just
stairway?
But yeah,
well,
no bioluminescence.
You know, I just thought maybe if you do that,
That's
those are
disgusting.
dangers.
Why would I want to know that?
We could hide downstairs. But don't let him vomit on you. That's all I'm saying.
Did you have to go into such detail?
Well, you
I would
know, nature
we
is
can't
my habitat.
Can't let the excitement of the exploration overtake our true mission here. We were encouraged by a very nice lady who tells fortunes to seek out the blue light.
That's true. Should we be heading for the tower? Not dilly-dallying searching these rooms. Though I am also intrigued by this secret stairway.
Right? Thank you. Someone else is on board.
Oh, I'm on board. I think we're all on
Does have a
board.
point though. We don't
Are
want to
you all
block
going
our way out.
downstairs?
Is anybody going down the stairs?
All I want to know is who's coming with me. I mean, we can wait. It's fine. But maybe
Well-
we should. Can we undo what you did, Kevin? What did you? Could you shut the
Shelf
door?
again?
Oh, like this? And he like slaps the
That's
Shelf.
obviously not gonna
Yeah,
work.
Kevin, you can cock the shelf back into like its horizontal position, and the secret door closes.
Oh, sorry, I meant like this. And he cocks it back into its horizontal position.
Oh yeah, that's much better than slapping it. Okay, now that I can't see it, I'm fine with going somewhere else.
Object permanence.
But I
There-
might be the last one in this
There's
room.
so many doors, guys.
Yep, there's a door immediately to the north of you guys, in addition to all of the other doors.
So-
There's 2 doors on the west of the L-shaped room. There's a door to the southeast of that the room with the pit. There's a door to the north, kind of where that cracked wall is. There's another door over in this direction, kind of the northwest area.
Holy.
Should we continue northward and then
Sure.
go until we hit a wall?
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Kick open the door.
All right. So you open the next door. This triangular room might have once seemed comfortable, but after years of rain and exposure to the elements, through the 2 arrow slits in the northwestern wall, the room's divan, armoire, and tapestries have fallen to decay.
Not the divan.
It is a little bit of a tight squeeze, but I think it might be a dead end.
Oh, this is not comfortable at all. Oh my.
Only one thing to do here.
Dance
Search
party.
the room.
Search. Anybody wants to search? Roll a perception check.
We're all searching.
Yeah.
All right. So Kasim and Kevin. Let's see who rolled lower. Kevin, you rolled lower. So Kevin, you discover there's a rusted ring of keys under the divan.
I feel like that's good.
I will drag into your inventory.
I pull them out and jingle them without saying anything.
So there's 6 iron keys, which are all ruined by rust, but there are 2 bronze keys that appear to be relatively intact. And then Kasim, since you rolled higher, you discover another secret door up here.
Hello.
And it appears to so there's like this small little kind of like passageway, and you can see that there's another secret door on the far side. It's pretty obvious from this direction.
Seems to lead into the adjacent room. Perhaps connected to this door down here. Way of flanking whatever may be in there.
Okay, I'm gonna close this because it's not open. And that is all that you guys discovered in this room. You
So
think
it's just a 5 by 5 foot room.
Yep, just a little 5 by 5 foot room, and then to the east, and there's like the back side of another secret door.
Oh, I see.
Not supposed to get from this direction. And
Gotcha.
then you guys also should be able to kind of see out of these arrow slits. It looks like you guys do have vision, so you can see there's a little bit of grounds to the northwest.
There's a bridge.
I'll open the other secret door here.
Okay. All right, so from your vantage point, you can see what looks like a ruined hallway. And then immediately adjacent to the secret door is a slumped human corpse, a corpse of a human man.
You wearing any clothes?
So, if you... Let's see, can I make this visible?
Would you prefer a naked corpse?
I see on the map that, oh, there's,
Oh my
There
god.
it is.
oh shit.
Yeah, my god. These remains.
He's got a very nice rapier on him.
He's got some unusual liquid too. A weird thing to carry.
I just want to point out that Barnaby and Elderberry are not
I'm
with
sorry.
you guys.
That should be hidden.
Oh no, he went down the passage.
Do we notice?
I don't know. We're just currently having a conversation about the door.
That rapier is unusual as well.
Wait a second.
Oops.
Where'd the elderberry go?
So Barnaby, I think we could just open the door and we could just sneak down and no one's gonna notice us.
Dustus, there's stuff on this guy.
Cassim, as you step into the room, I'll read the
Yep.
description for you as you get a better
Uh-oh.
That's
view.
good.
So the air in this large chapel to the north feels colder and damper than elsewhere in the ruins. Condensed beads on the walls run in rivulets across the countless skulls carved into the stone. A moldering human corpse lies slumped against a wall, his hands wedged into a crack as if he died trying to pry a brick loose.
Oh,
3 short flights of steps lead upward to a wider chamber to the north, where a semicircular dais supports an altar of white stone. Beyond the altar loom 4 stained glass windows, each 20 feet tall and depicting 4 haunting scenes of ghosts rising from overgrown graveyards towards a 4-pointed orange star high above.
Okay, that's weird. Look at all this stuff.
I don't like that.
Shall we divide the unusual liquid? One for you, one for me?
Oh, well. Elderberry. You have the rest of the unusual liquids. Would you like these as well?
Elderberry?
Where's Elderberry?
He was right behind me, I thought. A second ago. I'll grab these for him. Elderberry?
Ah! I'm coming!
Is he back at that? Is he back at that stairway again?
Elderberry turns to see Kevin looking at him.
Kevin
we
is
were just
cross-armed
nope.
with a disappointed look on his
We
face.
were just talking about the woodmanship of the. We just want to go downstairs. It's fine.
Thank you for your honesty.
Barnaby looks just solemn and his head is just down.
We're coming. We're gonna go with you guys.
As you pass, I look at Barnaby and I'm like, I expected better from you.
You especially.
I know that you're in charge here.
Like kicks a stone.
Oh, you guys found another secret passage. That's cool.
This room is kind of odd.
Sweet Pharasma.
Yes,
Oh, is it?
wondering what that gentleman was trying to do when he departed.
He was wielding several daggers and a rapier. Must have been some sort of a swashbuckling sort. Anyone have use of a rapier?
Kester might want to rapier.
Perhaps
Kester might want it, yeah.
Perhaps.
If I pick that up, I can't carry anything else.
So he was trying to reach into like the brick to the secret
It
passageway.
looks like he was trying to open possibly the secret passage from this side, but was unsuccessful.
Gotcha.
But why did he die here?
I don't like this area. What's up with those glass up there?
Can I?
There's stained glass windows at the northern edge.
Can I search for? Well, actually, Elderberry, you're probably more skilled at this than I am.
Well, I'm glad you noticed.
What killed this man?
Oh, well, that's a simple just looking at him. Hold on.
Might also advise to be careful in this room. I doubt he died of natural causes.
I rolled a 22 to look to see how this guy died.
Heart attack.
Yeah.
Natural causes it was.
I feel better.
Let me see. Okay, yeah, he looks like he has what looks to be like a little puncture wound in the upper part of his chest. And the way his veins are colored and how they're distorted, it looks like he may have died of some kind of poison.
Okay, so I was just kidding before. There's a puncture mark here, and it looks like definitely some poison that was, injected.
Trap, perhaps. Careful, everyone. Watch your feet.
Could be.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Up. Mia.
I was gonna do that too, but I didn't bring it today, so good luck.
My arcane sense.
Yeah, you don't detect anything magical. You do notice that the rapier that I think Dustus maybe grabbed appears to be magical.
Oh, is any of the
Hey,
weird
look at
liquid
that.
seem magical that we're holding?
Yeah, and the liquids, also the various liquids that you picked up appear to be potions.
Nice.
Justice, I might be able to figure out that's rapier is obviously magical. I might be able to figure out what exactly the magic is.
What about that ring you took?
What ring?
You can find a ring.
Oh yes, that ring. No, seems like a normal ring. I just thought
No.
might
All right.
fetch a pretty penny. Didn't realize you saw that. Sorry.
I mean, I was right here.
Yes.
Kevin, so you're approaching the altar?
Kevin is slowly approaching the altar.
Okay. All right. Everybody stop for one
Everybody
second.
stop. Everybody stop.
Oh, sorry, I was in the middle of moving.
Okay, yeah. So Kevin, as you approach the altar, where did they go? There are two kind of ghost-like forms that arise from a couple of old corpses back in this corner of the room. You guys couldn't really see it from your angle down in the main hallway, so there's a couple corpses here, and then some ghost-like figures rise up. And I think what we'll do is we'll roll initiative, and then we'll start from here next time.
All right.
Cool.
I bet Kestra is like all the way up here, Kevin. That's right.
Totally. I feel that's totally accurate.
Elf power.
Create an encounter.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled a fucking perception again. Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna roll perception for initiative, but my perception isn't so much like noticing undead things. It's mostly like inciting Cassim's bullshit.
Got me.
That's what this perception check's for. Pretty good. Actually, I don't think he cares. He probably is feeling bad that he like outed you. Like, I mean, you took it off
exactly subtle about taking that ring.
You took it right off the man's finger, right in front of you.
All right. So, actually, I can share the picture of these.
They rolled so good.
There you go. So this is what they look
like.
Oh,
That'd be a dwarf.
He's
Are they
just
dead
sleeping.
dwarfs?
He's fine.
Let me see if it's.
Oh, it's a Boromir dwarf.
Oh man.
I would have gone with you to the end, my brother.
Yeah, sure. These are two dwarf
Hi.
corpses in the corner.
Dwarfses.
Oh,
So
boy.
yeah, these ghost-like creatures emerge from the corpses of these dwarves as Kevin approaches the altar, and that's where we're gonna pick off. So I'm off next week, and then we'll resume on the 23rd.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Oh, boy.
I think
Temple
I will be pretty late or not in on the 23rd. But either way,
Okay.
Barnaby will rip up people.
Rip them up.
Amazing!
So the 23rd, Rachel is going to be in. Wait. No.
You don't even know.
I don't even know. She's like hot into rehearsals right now though, so